What is up, crew? Happy Wednesday. How we doing? How we doing? This market is pumping. Happy another SPY all-time high day, huh? Can you post the YouTube link, please? It is on the Wolf Trading timeline. I can put it in the X chat as well, though. Just give me 1 second. One second. Let's go over to X. All right. If you're in the X chat, I just posted a link to the YouTube. There we go. Whoa, my stomach is growling. Trump proposed a ban to institutions from buying homes. I saw. BK put it out. I retweeted it. Say the market's pumping? Yeah, the market's been pumping, brother. Look at us. SPY. Another new all-time high today. I mean, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. We've been ripping. Came from X just now. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Need to get the link out to all the homeboys. One second, y'all. If you guys want me to look at any tickers, drop them. I'm just sending the link out to everybody. Bro, what just happened?
What just happened?
I don't know. I got like rugged.
Oh, you got right before I joined in? You got
yeah. What the hell?
Oh.
That's so weird.
Did you catch any of this downside?
It like had to do with my virtual background for some reason. I don't know. That's weird. We're good now.
I turn mine on.
I don't know why it did that though. That was so weird. The heck? All good. I just thought the stream rugged. That's what I was worried about. I thought the whole stream rugged. I was like, oh shit. Whoa. Why did I lose Whoa. Okay, I did lose connection on a few things.
If I was down and out, would you still have love for me, girl?
I don't know if my... Sorry, I'm having some issues. Hold on.
No, you're good. Are we live?
We're live.
Oh,
We're
hell
on.
yeah.
We're live.
I was like, I didn't know if we were backstage still or if we were live.
No, we live. Oh! Again. Hold on.
Would you still have love for me, girl? Oh, Jordy got rug. Rug USA. Now it's just me. Jordy get rug. I don't think I can share. Nope. I'm just gonna sit here on a big fucking screen. Sounds good to me. Might get a trim on this call credit spread here in a second. Oh, that's the wrong chart anyways. I put the wrong one on, but it is what it is. Bring it down, shawty. Oh, there it is. All right. Just trim my call credit spread. Yay. There we go, baby. All right, there's VWAP. There's previous day high back test on the spoozy woozies. I know you guys can't see it. I got another chart pulled up in a second. That's because it's the wrong fucking chart. Let me see if I can change it. What's up, Options Mike? What's up?
How you doing?
I'm
doing
doing
a little midday shenanigans here.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Looks like, I mean, here we go. There we go. I was leaning short all morning. I shorted IWM out of the gate, and then internals on SPY have been negative since the opening. So I was surprised to see this run up that we had.
Interesting, right? Market breadth is not good today at all.
Yeah, everything was leading for me to go downside.
The NASDAQ, which is leading,
mm-hmm.
is not good. But, you know, we've seen this a lot, and the market just grinds. You know, Houston took out a big downtrend. If this can hold, they could be taking a leadership role. We'll see. Big surprise to me the other day was Microsoft. That thing just woke up out of nowhere. And Intel. Jesus, Intel.
Intel was an absolute banger. All right, SPX 60%. Hold half. Stop at entry. That was the tough one. That was minus 300%. It almost stopped me out. Oh, trend line, it looks like on SPX, not so much lining up on SPY, but
looks like we're trying to lose VWAP here on the SPY. Let's see if we can hold it.
Yeah, there's, I mean, Q's still up a little bit higher.
Yeah, Q's look
VWAP
better.
still a lot lower. Russell. Oh yeah, there's my short this morning, and then we came all the way back up, and now it's going again. There we go. Bust it down, Tatiana. Bust it down. I mean, if Qs can get a little bit of weakness and start pulling back, be fantastic. VIX is about, let me see.
VIX is on lows. Maybe just off of it, but not much.
Yeah, it's just over 15 again. Someone said TSM 4-hour ugly. Let's take a gander. That, my friend, you would be correct. Coming into the 21, though.
I can't believe Micron, SanDisk, all these names are still holding up after. I mean, this is just unbelievable.
Micron was insane. Absolutely ridiculous move.
Nvidia, decent little day here. Google, nice little recovery day. Boy, Apple remains hot death.
SanDisk Ripper. Was there news on RKT a little bit ago?
Rocket got hit. Rocket and SoFi, that was off Trump, and all the housing stocks and open dumping, and Rocket went up a little bit off of, I guess, Rocket, they think it'll be better if they're more positioned in the residential mortgage, so it'll be good for them. Whereas I guess Open has more fund mortgages from companies. I don't know. That was off of Trump saying he's going to stop that right away, where funds can't invest in and buy housing. I don't know.
Tessie not doing much. Kind of looks like a little slanted head and shoulders right here.
Yeah, it's off the lows, but as you said, not really doing much today. Just nothing special on it. It's really a very few names that are doing the lifting. It was Microsoft, Amazon, Palantir. Their semis remain strong. Google today and big tech, right? They all did the lifting. And banks are down today. Energy's down today. You have biotech, BMY, and Lilly mooning today. Very strong moves on those. Nvidia is okay, but not doing anything particularly special.
Okay, hello. Yeah, that one was good. That one's done now, though. Ooh. Arm. Back down she blows. Underneath 114 will be no bueno.
I think ARM is just this whole focus on memory and on the GPU has taken the whole idea of making ARM-based chips and servers and everything. Nobody really cares anymore. It's really all about the GPU now with the AI trade, and it's just become irrelevant.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, I think in that space with ARM right now, it's seen as one of the names that is the least important.
Yeah.
So no one really cares too much about it. It's not doing
Live.
anything super innovative. Oh, Jordy's back.
I might be good. I don't
Oh,
know.
You want to try and put your chart back up? I saw your text saying that you got rugged. I looked up at my screen and I was just full on there. I was like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm having some issues. But I restarted my computer. I don't think it's my Wi-Fi, so. Oh.
All right. Wow. Today was a spicy day for me.
I sold some call spreads, but I'm trying to get out of them.
Okay.
I'm trying to get out of them.
When I take these credit spreads, I draw it on the chart where I want to stay below, right? So SPX came $5 away. I was down over 300%. So based on percentage wise, I should have stopped out of the trade. Based on the chart, technicals, internals,
Everything was good.
there was no reason for me to close it yet. It just sucked to be in that much of drawdown. And now I just took a trim up 60%. Now I have a stop at entry. But that was tough. It was 69.70 on SPX, and it went to 69.65.7. It got iffy there. I think it came $10 away on my premiums from stopping out, and then $5 on the chart. But internal's still weak. Vol D still selling new lows. Vol DQ just made a new low of day. Still positive, but.
Is Jordan okay? Someone do a wellness check. I'm alive. I'm okay.
He's good.
All right. Just freaking computer issues.
You sold 69.60, 69.70. Nice. I did 69.70, 69.80s. So beautiful. Someone said I saw that 15th place trophy next to your bed. First of all, I'm in my office. Second of all, that is a state championship first place cup right there. So,
bro, back in my skating days, in my room, I had a wood piece just across the whole top, like a shelf, and I would just place all my trophies. I would place all my skate trophies, every single one, and I would just go from worst to best in the middle, and it was the coolest thing. I loved that shit as a kid.
I can't remember all of my trophies. I think I had 20 or 30 awesome shells, but I got rid of them. Kept the state cup here, and then 2 days ago I just put up all the first place medals and championships at the top above it. That was the last piece to add to the walls. Now I just have to go build all these Legos that are sitting over here. Well, as of right now, I will have taken a total of 18 trades this week. 15 out of 15 on options trades. And SPX credit spreads will now be 2 out of 3. Yesterday was a loss. So we are starting off the week in 2026 very strong.
Let's go. Let's go.
I want everybody to know this year of 2026, I will be making over $1 million.
Let's go. Oh,
We're gonna do it this year, 100%.
Nice little candle on the 5 on Google here, but it's going to have to break out here. Highs. Market's not helping it, that's for sure.
options, Mike. What's up?
Jordan, what's up, man?
Back for another day.
What's going on with pizza?
Late
Papa
day
John's.
reversal happening. So interesting.
We got trumped.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Arm.
What's the flow on pizza? Military to
Oh, Papa John's.
Yeah. Little Papa John's. Not
High on
looking
the
good.
lows here.
Come on, Q's. You're next up. Let's go. Where are we sitting at? My SPX bobblehead is a credit spread. I'm up 70%.
Let's go.
I'm feeling good about letting it expire, but there's also 2.5 hours left in the market, so there's plenty of time for them to fuck me. But
Dude, I'm trying to get out of these.
how much are you up?
Like just over 50%. I'm trying to get 3 cents. Keeps ticking to 4 and then doesn't.
Yeah, it's happened. As I was talking about
know.
earlier, yesterday it hit me.
I know.
It actually was at my order, just never filled, and then today it was off by 5.
Fuckers, dude.
So, what you got on pizza? 32.5 puts for February.
I got 8 cents on the spread too. It wasn't even. It was okay.
Google highs of the day.
Not really that good though.
Volume coming in here.
Short Papa John's. So
Back to 50%.
I don't hate it. I don't think I've ever traded Papa John's, but yeah, it don't look good.
Papayan.
Looks oogly. All right, hear me out.
Come on, fill me.
I know this stock is already dead, but Apple. I mean, Apple still looks like it's going to break new lows and go.
Apple's rough. It's coming into some spots I'm like interested in, but it's getting cooked.
It don't look good.
Bro, fill my order. Oh.
Jory's trying to trim.
Yeah, man.
Fill me.
Not having the like start of the year I wanted with futures, but
you can close out the one side if it lets you, like Will was talking about.
True.
Google, the 3:30 call is alerting for this week. Reports alerts on Google today. Nice little alert there.
Yeah, you should see a button on Webull. I have one. It's called Leg Out, where you can close one side of the credit spread.
Big volume, highest volume candle of the day on Google. What the frick?
Google it, Google it.
Thoughts on the
nuts.
space stocks? ASTS, Rocket Lab.
It's taking out last week's
Dang.
range.
ASTS is on short sell restriction.
Google.
But I got so close to those all-time highs, but now we got slapped. I don't know. When I look at ASTS, we need to hold that like 75 area, this bigger time frame, or else things can actually get rough. But
Yeah,
big
moves.
moves.
I agree.
Oh, there's your reason for the Googles right there. Thing's been in a squeeze since Tuesday, December 30th, and it is firing now.
Well, it just took out last week's highs.
And it's firing to the upside. Insane. I think there was some float earlier on some Googles. Let me see.
There's a lot of
$430 calls.
That just came in.
Yeah. There
430
was
calls. Google new highs on the day here.
Let me see. The first alert I got on these were in about an hour and 5 minutes ago. And then yesterday at the close, it was the weird one. Someone bought deep in the money Google calls for April 2026. But
424.95 is my resistance on the day. Sell trigger, guys. Let's see if it means anything. 324, sorry.
I was like, dang, for today, 424? I'd be the richest person alive. I think I still have some GGLL. Let me go check my IRA. Yes, and I still have some GUI shares. Look at that. Got GUI shares from the 12s. It's about to be at 15.
GUI.
Yeah, yield
GUI
max.
shares.
GOOY.
Amazon holding nicely. Microsoft. Big tech. Intel curling up a bit here.
They're holding. I might have to get out of these spreads.
The TSLL $21 covered call is at 94%. It is at 2 pennies right now.
Another alert on Google. 330 calls for this week. Next week, sorry.
I need to get out of these because if we rip, I'm going to get cooked. Let's go, MJ, in the chat. Thoughts on Apple? Think it will go lower? Yeah, we were talking about it. I mean,
just
I don't necessarily. It's coming into some big spots that I actually like on the weekly to see some sort of reaction from the bulls. But we still have another gap to fill if it wants to on that weekly time frame. But within this area of to like 250, another $10, I like this kind of whole area to watch for bidders. But overall, right now, you're not really seeing any whole lot of life. Not yet. It's kind of just waterfalling on that daily. So
right.
I like the area. I don't like the price action still.
Look at this volume on Google. What the frick? I don't see any news on it either.
No.
Spy back on VWAP.
Short coin from 247. Think she goes back to lows 240. I haven't looked at coin in a little while. It's in that gap right now.
322.50 puts on the Google alerting here.
240s.
Area.
I mean, yeah, I could see us hitting 240s and filling that gap we have potentially on coin, but I would look for bidders off of that, to be honest. The weekly spot we're in is a little more bullish from my view on coin. But to 240s for sure, you can see that.
Oh, shout out to Imp. Actually, sorry. Shout out to Ryan. I can't call him.
I know.
Imp
I
anymore.
keep calling him Imp, and I'm like, oh wait, nobody's gonna know who that is anymore. All the
Imp
new people, at least.
Imp's behind the scenes controlling things.
Yeah, shout out. Appreciate you.
Shout out to Imp.
Appreciate the man.
Ryan, sorry. Damn it. It's gonna take me off. Just, I don't know. I see his beautiful face and I see Imp. I don't see Ryan.
Dog's stoked.
I don't think the dog likes calling him Ryan either. He's like, who the fuck is that?
He's trying to kill somebody outside.
Yeah.
Oh my god, about choked on my gum. Oh my god. Pepsi, new low of day. Also, Coca-Cola, dying.
Dying.
There we go. Look at these two bad boys. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, look at this guy. Red waterfall. And then our Pepsi 135s for February. Oh. Dang, look, it's in the gap. Look, it's taking out this low here.
It's getting cooked.
And dude, the gap. I mean, the entire gap was initially here to here, but now if it breaks that, the gap takes it to
nice little
that
downtrend
candle
on
high.
Palantir on the 5-year.
Dude. So there's still room to go. Q's. Papa.
Yeah. My spreads are closed. Not where I wanted.
Be interesting to see if this is going to be a back test short spot right here. Or if they reclaim that. Sounds like rain.
What?
The restream. It's
like
rain or like static. It's one of the two. Oh,
it was stuck. I didn't really hear it because I had my music going. It was stuck on the it was stuck on like when it runs out of music or something, it like just does that.
So if we reject this spot on SPY, back testing this little zone from the highest prior along with your 5-minute 21, could create a little right shoulder, come back down underneath previous day low again, form a head and shoulders, can get ugly. Obviously just speculation because we have not even created the right shoulder. But
back up for VWAP. 166% volume, average volume on the day there.
For which one?
Intel.
Oh yeah, Intel's a monster. Look at this Google. Ew. Insane.
Oh yeah. Baidu's an interesting one on that bigger time frame. Prospero really likes it on the long term.
Google launch.
Yeah, I mean, it's got this resistance here that it can't get over. It's back
Yeah,
up there
that's what
again,
I'm looking
so
at. All those relative equal highs there, where your zone is. I want to see us trade into those.
328.83 Google all-time high. Looks like it wants to go get it right now.
Oh boy.
What does it need? Well, it needs what? It needs 329. It needs another $3 ripper. She can do it. She wants to do it. Put her back into it. Right there. Your trend line hold, trend line break, consolidation. Under 4 hour. Look where the consolidation was for the squeeze. Not a coincidence. Not a coincidence whatsoever. And then, boom. What happens? Red dot is gone on this candle, fires upside. And now this is what you have. There's your consolidation after the break. And there's where your squeeze builds. And then it fires. Uh-oh. Let's see. All right, let's play a game. What do we think? We think Head and Shoulders come down to the toilet? Or do we pump back up to the highs? What are we thinking?
The hell got into D-Dog today?
Dow's still at lows.
Still don't want Oracle.
Oh yeah, what is Datadog doing?
Up big today.
Oh yeah. I hit 145, it did. Yo. Ripper.
I'll be right back.
And Giddy. Four hours mainly gray. The only thing that is doing anything will be your googly doogly, which is up. Everything else not doing much, but is definitely giving Q's a nice hold and push back up. Microsoft consolidating here. Half calls are at 260. If you're alive that day when they were down 145, 155, and you bought near my second ad area, you're up very nicely. I'm up 44%. So up over 100 since then. But it is looking good. Just shy of 18 there. Beautiful. That's what you want to see. Took my first trim on the Compass calls today as well. Been sitting in these for a hot minute. Finally taking out that top. The 2028 calls are up 25%. So you can get that move up to 8. Weekly, very, very nice. Ah! What's Zeta doing? It's looking good on larger time frame. Look at that. Intraday, looking like a little bit of a short. Looks like it broke. Rejected volume, put in control twice, 2 shooting stars, and then trend line break and retest right there. Right there. So
Google little pullback, see if it holds the 8 EMA on the 5 here. Another put round on Google here, the 325 is alerting.
SPY breaking over top. I mean, Google's about to, or not Google, QQQ going back up near highs. Apple's chilling near the lows. Amazon about to make a new high a day. Well, it's not a head and shoulders yet. It has to create the right shoulder for it. It was just speculation. You would have to have rejected your 21, pulled back down to then make it. And just like a front run setup if it did. Have to reject it, come back down, previous day high. That's your neckline. Now you have a head and shoulders formed. Then if it breaks and close underneath that, you get the flush down, previous week high. Would be first target. VIX is flushing, but so is Valdi. So that's always fun. Tesla doing. Ooh. Oh. Yucky. Head and Shoulders finally breaking down on Tesla. We just drew that a few minutes ago when I jumped on the stream. Like, it's not doing much, but there's a little Head and Shoulders there. Lower high evening star. That's what you'd love to see. 9 times out of 10, next candle is red. Gotta love a good evening star. Lower high rejection. Also with the Head and Shoulders that formed on it prior. This one was a little bit slanted. You're kind of like there. Nine times out of 10. How's Rivian holding up? Yes. Bring it back down a little bit. Or at least
Rivian.
just stay under 21 for another day, and I'll be okay. I think I'm up 30%. Let me see. Oh no, they're back barely green. Same for Oscar. They're only up a few. Oh, that's right. I did 16s. Look, you make $200 on the shares, and then your covered calls are not losing. That's always a plus. I just went back up 60% again on SPX. Nice rejection. Oh! Was that your 940 high, your orb high this morning? Gotta turn the orb indicator on.
All right, guys. Maybe I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'm out. Have a good one, man.
Later, options, Mike.
Later, Mike.
Peace out.
See if it puts it on there. It is. Look at that. It was orb high. Your 5 minute. Look at that. Not a bad spot for a little rejection. Amazon just got a smack doodle again at the equal high. So if Google can run out of steam, pull back a little bit. Tesla already pulling back. Microsoft doing it now a little bit after the consolidation. You're probably going to see a move lower across the board. That's a fat rejection on Amazon. About Meta. Equal highs from earlier, rejecting. Internal's new low. I'm telling you, I've not trusted any fucking long today. Not one bit. Not one.
Casey smelled something in the water.
Yeah. There was no way. IREN. What is IREN doing? It's not doing anything. What's going on with it? What, Zeppelin? What do you have? What are you looking at? Because my chart hit target, and now it's pulling back. It played out perfectly. And all it took was one session. Are you looking long, short? What do you see on IREN? Because it is at the midpoint. Bust it down, Jeffrey. Let's go. Bring it down. My name is Jeff. Bring it in. Bring it in a little bit. Come on, Qs. And if you don't bring it in, just stay flat. Sorry, get down to the log. Who taught you to trade? For me, a lot of my trading, I guess I would say, was self-taught. And then once I learned the basics and fundamentals of trading and started to find my rhythm, then getting involved with spaces, the Wolf Crew, Discord, being around other traders, I continue to learn as time goes on, always adapting to the market, keep learning new things from each other every single day. I've learned from Jordan, I've learned from Knots, I've learned from Maple, Paper. I mean, I've learned from everybody you can think about that's been on there. I've taken something away from all of them over the last 2 or 3 years. But starting off on trading, it was honestly just a lot of reading and research, finding any and every kind of free education source out there online, on YouTube.
Well, what sucks too is like back then there was no boot camps. Like you can go on YouTube right now and find an entire playlist of like an entire boot camp that's like literally a 48-hour long boot camp of videos and like taking you from start to finish. And I just remember like when I was looking at videos, that shit was not around, you know? It was like, hey, here's how to use support and resistance, bro.
Yeah.
That's the videos I had. I was like, damn. Now there's so much good education. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's the reason why I created my simplified mastermind class that I try to teach every single month.
Yeah.
It's because that's something that I wish I would have had someone to offer me back when I was trying to learn how to trade. But yeah, we didn't have things like that whenever I first started looking at it. Who was the first that you learned from, Casey? I couldn't tell you. Again, it was just going online, going on Reddit, going to Google, going to YouTube, just typing in and learning what options trading was and how they worked. And then after that, just learning option trading strategies. And then you start learning about moving averages. You start learning about RSI, MACD. Then you start learning that the market can move in patterns. So then you have your bull flags, your bear flags, your head and shoulders, your wedge breakouts, right? You draw trend lines, you figure out what higher highs and higher lows, lower highs and lower lows mean. Just honestly was taking in every single thing that I could find. There wasn't a specific YouTube channel, page, forum that I sat there and continued to learn from. I was just all over the place trying to figure out, anything and everything at the time about trading.
And Miss Cleo.
Oh, Miss Cleo was a G.
What's your rap name? I like the bling. It's not too blingy. It's just silver.
That's just worth a lot right now. That's little J. Little J. Lil J. Little Jordy.
Lil Jotty. Jotty Shoddy.
That's my shorty, Jordy, right
That's
now.
my shorty. That's funny. One of my friends, him and his entire family, they don't even call me Jordan. Like, some of them don't even know my name's Jordan. They call me Shorty because for the longest time, like, that was my nickname. I was the shortest kid in school. And then I grew up, and now I'm taller than most of them. But they still call me Shorty. It's like they can't not call me Shorty anymore. So it's just funny. So when we meet new people and they call me Shorty, the new people will be like, "Why are you calling him Shorty? He's not like short."
Someone said, Casey, I remember when you were at the hospital trading like your wife delivered twins. I was, and that was one of the best. That was one of the best trading days I actually had. I made, I think I made $8,000 or $9,000 that morning. I remember the largest one was Baba, and I believe I closed that one out for like 500 or 600%. I had like 5 or 6 swings on. And yeah, I remember just bored. I was sitting there waiting, and market was opening up, and I was up like $8,000 or $9,000 before I had to go in and see all the craziness from the twins being pulled out. That was a fun day. No, she does not. She works for me. Speak of the devil. Thank you. Amazon's still coming lower here on a 244. Yeah, no, I mean, not tax advice or anything like that, but when you do have like a business and you have like the opportunity to, elect to file it as an S corp and pay yourself a salary, you can hire your spouse, your kids, and stuff like that underneath the business as well. Put them on payroll, get some tax benefits and things like that. So that's kind of the way that I've structured all of my businesses and everything that we do. I remember somebody on Spaces a while ago that had a child whose dump pattern was able to predict the market. That was me. That was Everly when she was a baby. Yeah. It was the poop algo indicator. Every time Everly pooped her pants, we were looking for signs to sell the market, and that shit worked like 80% of the time.
Jay Duff with the super chat.
Hey,
$2 super chat. Thoughts on Ticker Wolf?
Let's go ahead and look at it.
Terra Wolf. Oh!
Oh! All
Ah!
right. So we're coming into previous day low area right here.
You're fucked. No. I'm
Let the indicator turn on real quick. Come on, there you go. So previous day low right down there. Weekly shows a little bit of a squeeze here. Now let me take the indicator off, so remove some clutter.
It's really just in consolidation there.
Yeah, you're
Sideways.
accepting back underneath your weekly 9, but it's still holding your weekly 21. So the blue line is your weekly 9, and the orange line is the 21, which has held multiple times recently here. But little shooting star coming in underneath the weekly 9 back to your 21. Your daily printed a hangman yesterday, not looking too good. It's right at this spot. Honestly, it's around 1250. I would say if it starts to break underneath 1250, you have a good chance to retest these lows right underneath of it from previous price action. Buyers keep stepping in down here on dips under 1150. So as of right now, daily not looking too hot. You have a little SR flip spot around. It seems to really like 0.50 kind of areas.
Fuck my spreads. They went to 3 cents like I wanted.
Are we pulling back finally?
No, I'm not in them now. Fuck.
Oh no. Oh, you closed them all out?
I closed them out. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't want to flip red on them.
Oh, let's fucking go. Someone said it looks like a head and shoulders on SPY. Yeah. I mean, the right shoulder. It went a little bit higher than anticipated. It went to that orb high. Look, you turn the orb indicator on. It went to the orb high. It went to there, which was this resistance here, obviously, is where it just hit. There. Got your spot there. Neckline, I'd say, it's right here in this spot. So interesting. But yeah, for Wolf, it's 3 areas. It's like 1150, 1250, and 1350. It's where big sellers have stepped in recently here. They did again here. Buyers have stepped in here and here both times, and now you're coming back down to your midpoint. So for this one, it's one of those things where it's back at the midpoint right here. It's harder. I would look to not really look for swings, but look for day trades. If buyers continue to hold right here and you get candle closes above it, stop just underneath of it, target back to the top of the range. And then vice versa. If it closes back underneath of it, stop above it, target the bottom of the range. But kind of waiting for me, what I like to do, I like to diddle in the middle. So I would like to take shorts every time this area is tested until I'm proven wrong, and take longs down here every time until proven long. Nothing to really diddle in the middle with right there on Wolf. But 4 hour, this is what you're going to look like right here. You're going to see your 4 hour volume put in control is exactly at 1150. So these are your buyers. These are your sellers. Your midpoint right across right here where it can get choppy and back and forth. So just kind of watch those 3 as of right now. I just keep showing this thing, and it's the reason on why I think I say Qs can pull back. Some of those names that are stronger start to pull back. Look at Amazon still. Look at this.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
That's not good, sir.
Damn. Let's go check. Let's go check, baby. Let me go check these spreads.
Check them spreads.
Let me go see what we're working with. Show me what you're working with. Shake that. Oh.
Oh boy. Trump just tweeted something fat.
Oh, Jesus. I'm about to close some more. Fuck that, dude.
Honestly, let me just bring it up on the screen. Okay,
Did Microsoft do the diddly? That was the other one. I said if they turn around, what could happen? There it is. Dude, telling you. I've been looking for opportunities for downside all day on these names. Just close it and chop it here. Close all your SPX credit spreads at 0.2. Nice. Yeah, I just took a screenshot. I am up 80%. On the other half, I'm about to send the alert right now. Let's go. We are 17 for 18 overall this week. Let's fucking go. Bring it down, shorty.
I need to do better at the start of the year.
Oh, shorty, get down.
Fuck, those spreads are worthless now.
Mm-hmm.
Does Webull let you have a cash account and a margin account for day trading?
Oh, LMT. What did Trump say?
I don't know if you can have two separate ones. Maybe. I haven't
For
tried
what?
it. Like a cash account and a margin account. I don't
Yes.
think you can. Can you?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
Separately?
On Webull.
Oh, okay.
So on
Under the
Webull,
same
I have,
under the same sign-in info. Yeah.
Yep, you can have multiple accounts on Webull. You can't.
Gotcha.
You can't have multiple of the same kind of accounts.
Got it.
But you can have multiple different accounts. So I can't have two margin accounts, but I
Yeah.
can have one margin account, a cash account. I have my IRA. I have a futures account. You can have all of those under Webull.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I have. I have 4 accounts over there right now that I trade with every day. Oh, and just message in there. Is it right there? So I will not permit dividends or stock buybacks for defense companies until such time as these problems are rectified. Look at Emp. Sorry, Ryan. Love you. Always on top of it. AFRM firm. Whoopsies. Wrong ticker. Decent. Weekly, looking good. Daily, looking decent. It just filled the gap, and now it's back at the highs from February 2025.
J Duff is the goat out here.
Let's go, baby.
Somebody asked you have to put cash in the margin account. I mean, of course.
I use my margin account to trade. I can tell you right now, I've never tapped into using margin. I use margin because that's the kind of account required if I want to do like level. I think you need it for level 2 and level 3, mainly for level 3 trading, which is going to be where I sell my cash secured puts, selling covered calls on some of my equity positions there, but then also taking the credit spreads, SPY, Qs, SPX, any stock that you want to take put or call credit spreads on it. You cannot get that kind of level of trading on a cash account. Brokers only offer it onto a margin account. So I don't take money and borrow money from my brokerage. I use my capital that's in there. It's just, it has to be those trades, those specific trades can only be done on a margin account, not on a cash account.
You got Josh with the super chat too. $5 holla. Shout out. Did you draw the red and green boxes on your SPY chart, or is that an indicator? I think he's talking about premium and discount.
Yeah. So
indicator.
I do draw my own. So like this one right here, this is one that I draw my own. These other ones right here, they're auto-populated on there, and that is from the Lux Algo Price Action Concepts indicator. Is this one right here? About the script. That is this one right here. So this is the Lux Algo Price Action Concepts indicator. This is like an all-in-one kind of thing we talk about all the time. You can do your break of structure, your chotch. You can have it mark. Yeah, change of character. I just like calling it a chotch because it's fun. And then you can have it mark swing high and swing lows. It'll automatically mark those on the chart for you as well. I have it to show order blocks, which are going to be these smaller ones that you'll see right here that have the percentages, which is showing where SPY rejected here. And then where it's also showing where my green box is, these areas right here. These are midpoint areas of order blocks, which can be seen as areas of potential support and resistance where buyers and sellers can be at. And then it has premium, discount, and equilibrium. Essentially, discount can be the bottom of a potential range. Red is the potential resistance, the top of the range. Equilibrium is exactly what it means. It's the middle. It's around your 50% retracement of the price action. It automatically puts that on there as well. It will do automatic trend lines. It will do patterns as well. It'll do pattern zones. It'll show liquidity grab candles. You can also do fair value gaps, inverse fair value gaps, volume imbalance. Here's those zones. And then the blue lines that are on the chart, it will automatically mark daily highs and lows, weekly, monthly, and quarterly highs and lows. And I have them set to blue. So that's what you see right here. This is previous month high. It says PMH in small letters. This is previous day high right there in small letters. You'll see how it lines up and auto marks that from previous session here. This indicator will also auto draw fibs. If you want, you can input that and it'll put it on the chart. So again, that's kind of an all-in-one indicator by Lux Algo Price Action Concepts. I highly do recommend that indicator if those things that I just talked about, you potentially use those for multiple other indicators, or there's certain things that you do that you draw yourself, but you want to auto-populate on the chart. It can do that for you. Are we busting it down? What's Tesla? Tesla was the leader for the downside. Is it still continuing, or is it kind of flat? No, it's flat. So it started to move, went flat. Amazon.
Much.
Oh, still. I think it's gonna be Amazon and Microsoft, and then Google had the strength, but did it start pulling back with them? It did. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. This is what we wanted. He was number one.
Do you have a list of indicators that you recommend, Casey?
Yeah, a lot. These are my favorited ones right here, and you'll see that there is a lot on this list. I do not use all of them.
Of course not.
But for
Homeboy's got a list though. Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I do too, but like you say, I don't.
Like right now, right now on this chart that you see, even if I turn that one off, I have two indicators on right now. Most of the time, I'm always going to have these four turned on no matter what. So I have volume profile with node detection by Lux Algo. I have the price action concepts by Lux Algo. I have a 9 and 21 EMA, and I have VWAP. Those are the, I need to put my 200 on here as well. Those are the main ones that I use on the top chart. My sub chart down here stays the exact same. I've used this strategy for the last 3 years. Webull and TradingView doesn't matter. I use TTM Squeeze Pro. I use MACD and RSI that shows me divergence. I use those 3 on the bottom. Those are these. This right here is my go-to setup every day that I trade. There's nothing more that I need outside of these. I think it was that seven indicators. I will toggle a few things on and back off just to check. But I don't want my chart to get too cluttered, so I don't run them all the time. So I use MMK high and low zones, which is an indicator from myself and one of my buddies who created it. It auto-populates zones based on daily highs and lows of areas of support, resistance, or supply and demand. Oh, we're busting it down, Tatiana. We're going to go 100%. We're going to go 100% on these. Oh, can we blow it up on the screen? Can we do it?
What?
Can we do it?
I got you.
Oh, that says 100%, baby.
Yeah!
Let's go, 100%. Bang, bang.
Uh-oh. Me and Emp are both trying to do it.
There we go. All right, let me go send the alert for that one. Let's fucking go. MACD and RSI that I use, it's the MACD is just the one on TradingView. It's the standard. Just type in MACD. Is going to be the top one by TradingView, just your moving average convergence divergence one. That's right up there. For RSI, you can use RSI by them as well. It's just relative strength index. I use RSI divergence indicator. It shows the exact same thing that RSI does. The difference is it puts the trend lines on here to show me if there is bullish or bearish divergence on the indicator. And then I change the plus 70 line to red, letting me know of resistance, potentially overbought. Look for puts or rejections up here. And then down here from minus 30, I change it to green, area of support. Look for buyers to step in because the stock is oversold. And then I have my neutral 50 line right through the middle. So if you look at SPY, look right up here, see at the high, how it went over the red line and then started to pull back in. This is between 12:05 and 12:20 Eastern. All right. So if it's overbought over top of the red line, I don't want to be long. I should be looking for areas of rejection, exhaustion, seller stepping in to get the pull back down. Right. So look at that time frame, 12:05 to 12:20. Go look at SPY. 12:05, 12:20. That is 12:05. That is 12:20. And then look what happened with SPY. That was high day. All because of that little thing right there, that indicator right there. If you look at this morning on SPY, you see right up here, you see how it briefly went above it, and then bearish divergence at market right there, lower high. That is at 9:40 a.m. on SPY. 9:40 a.m. on SPY. What candle is that? That candle right there. And look what happened with SPY after that. Downside. I've been using the exact same indicators and chart setup for years. The only thing new that I really added is the Lux Algo one. Other than that, everything else is the exact same.
Yeah, much love to Emp, everybody.
Yes,
Send some
sir.
prayers out to Emp today. He'll be back on with us. But just handling some stuff back at home. Love you, Amp. Ryan.
Love you, Ryan.
I can't keep calling you Amp.
I know. It feels so wrong when I say it. We're Gucci gang.
A few days ago, you were talking about auto lines for levels. Can you go over that again, please? I think that was for you, Casey, unless he's talking about my overnight levels.
Casey, a few days ago, you were talking about auto lines for levels. I mean, that might be similar to what I just.
High.
Yeah. For this one, for that indicator here.
It's that one, yeah.
Let me. Eye drawings and
Guy has a sick mustache, by the way, in this profile picture. It's a good stash, bro. I think Emp would be proud. I think that's why he threw it up on the screen mainly.
So this is the indicator right here. You'll see all these blue lines here, another one here. We're at one right now, and then you have one right up there, right? So they're all marked, these blue levels right across right there. That's for the Lux Algo price action concepts. That marks out those previous day, week, and month high and low levels. And then the way that I have the indicator structured, this is all that it shows me on this. And then I have these two right here. Let me turn off this one. This is an indicator from MMK as well, one of my indicators that my buddy created. It worked very well today. It actually marked freaking high of day for SPY almost to the penny. Missed it by a penny. 693.96. It's our MMK automatic SPY levels. And look, it has levels that don't even exist yet. There's levels on this indicator for SPY, and these levels technically don't even exist yet. So, little cheat code, little heads up on some upside targets for SPY if we continue to make new all-time highs. So this is another nice indicator. It updates every single day. As you can tell with the price action, they are constantly being updated every morning pre-market. And it auto-populates these levels in pre-market for your trading day that is about to start before market open, which is fantastic. And then same thing with the zones that we have here. It will auto-populate the zones on here and track price action as the market moves every single day. This is coded differently. It uses previous price action to mark out areas of support, resistance, supply, and demand. So since we have not gone up here yet, there is nothing. So as of right now, there is a zone right here, and you'll see that is where SPY held earlier. We are currently in the zone still right here.
Emp with the $5 super chat.
Let's go.
Said appreciate the kind words, everybody. 98 years old. She lived an amazing life.
That's
yes, she did. About. I know me and you were talking about it last night. She did a lot, man. It's awesome. It's a celebratory thing. Think we can move lower today. There's always potential for it, but I don't know. Casey might have more thoughts. After having the moves we've had today, this late in the day, I'm not going to have conviction for that. I don't see a reason why we'd sell off very hard today at the moment.
Yeah. So Q's just back tested, top of this little zone right here, bouncing, still holding VWAP. It's 2:30. You want my honest opinion if we're going to see a new high of day or a new low of day? I don't think we're going to see either. I don't think we see a new high. I don't think we see a new low. Unless another headline from Trump comes out, it's something extravagant, something crazy that can move the market, put some volume in it, you know, whatever it is, excitement, fear, what it may be. But and that's on Qs specifically. Now, for IWM, I do not think it makes a new high of day or low of day. For SPY, I think we could see potentially an equal low or briefly new low down to this order block area of support, and also where this trend line is currently sitting on the SPYs. So if we do see a new low, I think it would be brief, but I would not be surprised SPY is sitting directly in equilibrium if, even if we went back up, even if we came back down and hit this in the next hour and a half, I wouldn't be surprised either see the rejection and come back to this spot, or see the bounce right here and come back to right here. I don't see a huge move coming in that's going to make the market give new highs or lows before market close, unless something crazy happens. But between SPY and Qs, I would say SPY for downside. I don't think Qs is going to drop $4 to give us new lows in the next hour and a half. It's had a little bit of divergence outside of SPY, because if you look at SPY's chart and Q's chart, Q's has had the relative strength all day long. The internals for Vol-D have been neutral all day, while Vol-D was selling. So it makes sense that SPY was weaker. I'm surprised SPY, honestly, is not underneath 690 by now, looking at the way the internals have been all day. So that's just my opinion. SPX is sitting at volume point of control. It's at 69.45. If we see a new low of day, you could see $10 lower from here, 69.35. I'd be surprised if it breaks underneath that. I do not see SPX going back above 69.60 before the close, or at least not breaking above it and pushing back up to the highs. You've already seen a good move from Google to the upside. You've already seen a decent move to the upside on Microsoft and Amazon. A lot of these names have already fizzled out and retraced some of their moves. Nvidia had a big pump this morning, gave most of it back, and has been flat. So there's nothing significant looking over there. Apple has done absolutely nothing. It is still at the opening price candle.
L's.
So there's not too many things that I'm seeing that structurally look like they can create a big move in the next hour and a half that would drive SPY or Qs to make a larger move. I think we've already seen majority of that happen already today. Gonna diddle in the middle. Yep. SoFi. Yeah, I mean, SoFi, it actually just hit the resistance like now from yesterday's close right there. You see this area marked right there. So had a nasty move downside yesterday. It almost came down to the zone right here. And that zone is marked from previous price action from Friday, January 2nd. And now SoFi is wicking right off the same spot that it did yesterday, right before the close at 345. So if you're long SoFi from the lows or for whatever reason intraday, this is an area of potential resistance. But I will say this does look really good of higher high, higher lows for the trend since the dip this morning. If it does get a break and base over 2710, especially after the downside move that it had yesterday, there is opportunity for it to move up higher, closer to 2750 and then $28. Someone said there's news on ARM. Oh, what's the news? ARM reorganizes company, launches physical AI unit to expand robotic chip tech efforts. So AI and chip headline for ARM.
Using your method, how do you determine when it's good time to swing calls or puts, basically on any market? Well, not really swinging too much, to be honest, but you can just do what I'm doing on a bigger time frame. Which, again, nothing would really change. Although you'd be looking for things to be setting up on a completely higher time frame, right? Rather than trying to trade intraday like I am. Like pretty much every setup that I take is on a 1 minute. Even though the context of the trade comes from much higher time frames, right? It's not, that's just where I'm finding my actual precise entry with good risk management. But my trades are always coming from that higher time frame regardless. So I mean, it's not going to be set in stone like, oh, this happens and this means it's like good to swing calls or puts. It's like, I mean, if we get the setup, we do. If we don't, we don't, type of thing. So, but I'm generally not swinging those positions. But also, if you're trading a ticker that's been, I don't know, downtrending and it just tapped into, monthly or weekly bullish order flow. Like, for instance, Bitcoin is a great example, actually. Bitcoin just recently, if you go to a monthly chart, I'm not swinging Bitcoin right now to the downside or anything. I'm not trading it like that. But if you were, right, using the way I look at the market, we took out those previous month highs. We have monthly bearish fair value there. I expect us to respect that and trade lower. So, like, yeah, there is a bit of a trade there if you're trying to swing trade Bitcoin. Let's say you are confident in that. Like, you could have been entering around those previous month highs, risking above that monthly gap that I'm looking at, right? And if we run through that, okay, you get stopped out and the market's telling you it wants to go higher without going to 2025 lows. And if you don't get stopped out, you drift to those 2025 lows, get what you want, and then we obviously are looking for buyers off of that. But again, it's just doing what I'm already doing but staying on a bigger time frame. The key difference, if I were to switch to, like, let's say you force me to swing trade all next week, the key difference and the key change I'm going to make is not necessarily my analysis right now. Like, my analysis would be very similar. What would change is what time frame I'm looking for my actual entry on. I can find trades on the 1 minute all day throughout the morning time, of course, but on a, if I'm swing trading, I'm going to need to bump up to probably at least a 15 minute, if not more, you know what I mean? Probably an hourly, maybe even a 4 hour. So that's my thoughts on that one. Price is all fractal, so no matter what's happening on a lower time frame, it's all the same stuff on a bigger time frame too. Nothing changes. It's the market doesn't trade differently because you change your time frame. Will look different though. Hey, crew. It's giveaway time, baby. Wolf Trading's doing another giveaway.
Let's go.
I'll throw your screen back up. I just wanted to throw this up for a second and get it on
you're good.
Everybody's radar. I'm just through
I'm
the
not
link
doing
in the
anything.
chat, too. So we're going to pick the winner on Friday on the live stream. So if you guys want to enter, get a free evaluation account with Tradify. Was that a free 50K, right, Em? Pretty sure. Pretty sure it's a 50K.
Em's giving away a free $50,000 account. How
Yes,
do I
sir.
sign up?
And either way, even if you don't win, 30% off all accounts right now.
Hell yeah.
So shout out to that.
He said,
Go,
zoom
baby.
in and read it.
Zoom in. I can't really zoom
Can you
in.
zoom?
If I was on a MacBook, I can do this, though.
I'll say, how do you zoom on here?
Do that. There you go. Make it a little
He said
bigger for you.
Shift and scroll. Oh, he's so smart.
I'm not like the technical stream guy. Emp knows how to do it all.
Me either. Oh,
I am
there you go.
not
You did something.
savvy like that. I'm just savvy at the charts. Big shout out to that, though. Make sure you guys like and retweet that. Comment. Do the things that are needed to make sure you're entered.
Matthew said, thanks for the heads up. Made 200% on some 0 DTE SPY puts? Damn.
Savage.
Let's go.
Wow.
What ticker is this? Ticker A. A.
Dude, I don't want this market to keep just drifting all-time highs, but this is the market we're in again.
Google gave back the move. That it did. That it did indeed. Dude, someone's still buying those MSTR calls.
Bro.
Why?
We were literally talking about it on the YieldMax conversation. MSTY has literally outperformed MSTR.
Dude, it's
Whole
insane. Now it's up to 15 million. Why? I mean, it has to bounce at 0, right? That's what I said about Mobileye yesterday.
Yeah.
Someone, oh, it gave it back. See, look, fake ass stock. Look at that.
Fake ass.
Look at that. Look at that. Look, that's a bridge. That's a bridge if I've ever seen one. Look at that. It just, you go straight up.
That's rough.
You cross your bridge.
That's
and that
rough.
shit coming right back down. Look at that. That's what Will calls that the bat signal.
The bat signal.
That's the bat signal.
Here comes the bat.
Yeah, that's what you don't want to see right there. Look at that. That's the bat signal, son. Piece of shit stock. I was looking at the chart yesterday. They were like, oh, it's bouncing. I was like, well, it's got to bounce somewhere. Why not 0? Like, it just made a new all-time low 2 weeks ago. News comes out, pop, drop. No continuation. It is not a strong stock. Let's go look at AMC. Oh my God, AMC is $1.50. Oh my God. I didn't know it got this bad. Is there any AMC bag holders in the chat? I didn't know it got this bad. That's insane. Dude, the fact that that ever happened to begin with, and now it's just here. I mean, there's an AMC near me. I don't know how it hasn't shut down yet. GME. Oh, GME hit the bottom of the range. Bounced, but coming back now has a gap fill down to 21.
I can't believe there's still people that hold it.
I wonder if I go back on my AMC if it'll show my last sells. I'm trying to think at that time. I think I was on Robinhood. Let's go check. Need to go check my most recent orders. How do you do that on Robinhood? Because I don't use this shit.
RVMD news.
RVMD?
Yes.
VMD.
Revolution Machines. Medicine,
Oh!
sorry, not machines. I read that too fast.
Holy bejeebus.
Yeah, what is going on? Up about 10%.
How do you look at your recent orders or your old orders on Webull? Where are they? Notifications? Oh, yeah, there we go.
AbbVie in advanced talks to buy Revolution Medicines. That was it. That was the news.
What's Dogecoin trading at? Stock, I think, looks halted. Oh, I want to see market cap. Hey. Damn. Damn, Doji. Type the ticker somewhere in Robinhood, go to it, scroll down. Okay, let me see. AMC. I'm pretty sure I traded it over here the first time. Ooh, you are correct, my friend. The last time I owned AMC, I sold it in June and July of 2021. Let's go. Oh, yeah, I think those were my last orders. That's where I got stopped in profit. Got stopped in profit at, what the heck is that? I don't even know. That's insane. My first buy was January 27th. It was that day here. That was my first buy. Then I held through here, caught the ride, and then stopped out there. That was my AMC. Fun time. They're still selling Lockheed. Yeah, new lows. Coming down to the support from Monday. 505.50. Swinging some puts. I don't hate it at all.
Oh, we ain't doing much here. I should have stayed in those spreads.
How many contracts did you have with spreads?
50, and they didn't even pull back to like entry barely.
What'd you sell them at? 4?
12 cents or 10 cents.
Oh, I meant close them at.
50%.
Okay. I mean, still good trading.
Yeah.
But he wanted more.
Gosh, ASTS still down 11.3%. Again, though, that percentage looks bad. Not breaking any structure. We're sweeping a previous week high.
Yeah, ABBV's popping. Got the alert this morning at the open for upside. I didn't take it.
Jordan, are you only doing spreads at the moment? I mean, I'm trading futures too. But, I mean, right this second, I'm not trading futures. I only trade futures in the morning, pretty much. After about, 11 o'clock Eastern, I don't really want to trade futures anymore. Whoa!
It gapped up. It was... They halted it, and then they gapped it up and halted it again.
Whoa.
That's Labu.
Wild. Gosh, I remember in like 2020, 2021, you would see that like every day. We would see multiple tickers in one day like doing shit like this.
Look at Labu, baby.
Wild.
The SPX spread had me sweating. Same. I went to lunch pissed off. No. I mean, it's part of the issue with the credit spread today is percentage-wise, I should have closed the trade. But there was still multiple other reasons to still stay in the trade until it invalidated. So the issue is it only went the minus percentage, minus 300% that it did because of the move that SPY got in a shorter period of time going into lunch. So that's where you can kind of get screwed over. So it was one of those iffy areas where, it's percentage wise, yeah, it's above my stop on what it should be. But it comes down to, how much time is left in the day? Where am I looking to close, this trade at, and what is the chart telling me? What's everything else still telling me? So I put the stop in based on the chart, and it came $5 from it, and it almost tagged it, not once but twice, and it never did, and got the move down. But yeah, it was. Those are the worst trades to be in, is when you're in an SPX credit spread 0 DTE, and depending on the time of the day and how it affects the premiums, you're like, man, it's still valid. I want to stay in the trade, but percentage wise, it's red. It's like trying to go long Qs this morning at 9:45. You want to get calls, and you're in 0 DTE. You're like, if it closes back under the 5-minute 21, that's it, just right underneath of it, right? And if you look at QQQ this morning, it's your candle here, right? So you're saying if it closes underneath the EMAs right here, you're out. 1 5-minute, next 5-minute, 5-minute comes down, wicks back up, goes flat. Another 5-minute, another 5-minute, another 5-minute wick down, comes back up, goes flat. Same candle here, flat. So now you've been in this trade for almost freaking 45 minutes, and you're down 20-25%. And that's just because time of day, it's 0 DTE, price action's not doing anything. Theta for this trade is taking over, right? So you're losing money. The trade is still valid, but your position is red. Credit spreads, it's the same thing. It was this explosive move here that started right there, and that short period of time to go up to here is what fucked my credit spread premiums to go against me, but the chart stayed valid to still stay in the trade. So it's the worst trades to be in, to try to manage. Not a lot of people can do it because emotions come into play, but at the end of the day, I think Jordan has said something fairly similar. Sometimes it's like, it's fuck the money and watch the chart. Like, yeah, like you want to make money, but don't look at the P&L and don't look at the money. Look at the chart, look at the technical analysis and what it's telling you. The money will come to you when you follow the chart and you follow your strategy. whether I'm down, 20% on a trade or minus 2% on a trade. If it's invalidated, I close it, whether I lose $50, whether I lose $150. It is what it is. As long as overall I stuck to my plan, I have good risk management overall in my account and my trades. That's all that matters.
Yeah. What's up, Joe?
How we doing, fellas?
What's
Chilling.
up, Joe?
Market's wild.
I entered Amcor puts 44 days out. Relatively cheap contracts. They're not actually like cheap dollar amount. They're not actually cheap. Like if you price an option, they're actually quite expensive. But buy high, sell higher. It's just you have lines in the sand. You have risk with today's high. And with yesterday's high, you have levels that you could watch, and it's just an overextension play. Nothing too crazy. If you look at the volume profile, we're above a POC up here at about 50, 90s. If we break down below that, we can fill some area in the 40s.
Genuinely don't know what to do with this.
Bonk ass market, right? Yeah.
I'm still looking for a move lower before close.
To be honest, though, I mean, regardless, my day's over early every day.
Qs, I'm going to say the move here. Set the alert, sweep under 625. For SPY, again, can be a brief new low underneath here, but I would like to see the trend line in the zone hit, so I would like to foresee SPY to go from there to there before close. Qs, there to here. We'll see. Em said the on chart looks interesting. Yeah. God, what a freaking long. It's right there. That was a hell of a freaking dip buy. Your daily. Yeah, I mean, if it can get above these highs right here that it keeps rejecting, probably what around here, like here-ish. What is that? 50? $50.
Yes, it's breaking through its lows a bit. POC is down. At the 7,000 Jex level, probability that we hit that again is about 73 for me from something I'm making. We move lower, then the probability goes lower, so it is a moving target.
Get low. Get low. Get low. To the window. To the wall. Till SPY drop down and fall. Oh, these market makers crawl. Ski. Come on. You can do it. A little bit lower, 69.35, or at least get close enough there. Where's your let's go look at our SPX gamma going into the close. 69.35. Who would have thunk it? Shorty had those apple bottoms.
What data we have tomorrow? We've got unemployment claims at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. That's all I see.
I forgot about all the LP drama, or the defense name drama.
Yeah.
It just happened.
Ooh, look how this daily's closing on SPX. Red shooting star at the high. All right. I mean, we got plenty of time left. I do like the swing short. If I swing short on SPY, it will be 685 puts for January 16 expiration. They're currently sitting at $250 on the contracts. We have about 45 minutes left until market close.
Better make a new low.
Bring it down, shawty. We're almost there. Almost there. There it is.
Well, not new low a day, but like low in this range.
New low a day. Coming. 3, 2.
Oh, on SPY.
1.
Yeah.
There. Target fucking hit. Look, all you have to do is draw the magnet and put the line on the chart. Look at that.
Works every time, huh?
Maybe get a hammer up there.
Yeah, slam the hammer.
SPX 69.35. Target hit. Those SPY puts I was just talking about from 250 just went to 265 so far in this candle. That's insane. Target hit. There you go.
Yeah, nice.
Now,
ES just took out the low day.
question is, bounce, come back up, and hold, or are we going to flush and break underneath this? But I literally just drew the arrow in the magnet, and it just goes.
Foolproof.
Yeah. Telling you, best technical analysis ever. Just draw it on the chart, and it'll just go there.
Dealers do have to buy into time decay and into volatility, so I do expect a exciting end of day move. I will not be participating, but I expect.
There's QQQ alert. Bam. QQQ just hit target.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Ah! This is stupid. Oh my god. Now the spot puts are at 270. All right, there's the bottom of the order block. I'd expect a bounce. I would like to see a bounce because I don't want to chase a put swing. And we still got plenty of time, but
Doesn't look great though. NQ is below its VWAP and POC and an algo level.
if we just, for whatever reason, start flushing right through this, would not be good.
That would be a today thing to do. You know, why not?
Holy shit. Like SPX puts for tomorrow in like 5 seconds. Hell yeah. There we go. I'm telling you, man. For shit like this is where, and I want to try it. I really want to try trading futures only for an entire week and see how I do, like with stuff like this right here. Like, and either be scalping a lot or just wait for a setup like that, hammer it, be done. And just only do futures for a whole week on stuff like that. Look at that. Sold 3 contracts on SPY, 1 runner left, almost 60%, $400. Boom. Let's go. Now watch for bouncy. I want to see bouncy so I can swing it short.
Hand on me.
Cues from opening low to opening high. That is your 618. So we are in the golden pocket of today's range. Bounce it. Bounce it.
This music is funky right now. I'm enjoying it.
Right?
These are good vibes.
What are we doing? Dow's at low still. Circle's down 4%.
Look, see, I need to be doing this on futures.
Get on it.
Look at that. Short, straight down, exit. You can flip it long right there, scalp it. Like, you enter, put a stop in. It starts pushing, just freaking. I want to do it just for like a whole week. Just do nothing but futures trading.
I'm just dropped some sauce for us. Allegedly, no tax on American car loan interest. Secretary Scott Bassett just posted that on X.
What?
No tax on auto interest. And I don't know if you guys spoke about this already, but Abby is no tax on U.S. autos. No tax on American auto loan interest from 2025, 2028, up to 10K deduction.
Oh, hell yeah.
Written by M, dictated by Joe.
Treasury implementing President Trump no tax on American car loan interest, putting money back in the pockets of working middle-class families. For new U.S. assembled vehicles purchased in 2025 to 2028, eligible taxpayers can deduct up to $10,000 per year in auto loan interest whether they itemize or take the standard deduction. Let's go. Or, hear me out. Just get rid of the IRS. Who's outside my door?
That was funny timing. Get rid of the IRS. Who's there?
Yeah, right. Who's outside my door? Man, you know, I hate when you have a perfectly good concrete driveway and walkway that's open, and delivery drivers will just walk through the grass in your front yard back and forth.
It's like, bro, I have the pathway for a damn reason.
Right?
I put that there so your musty ass feet wouldn't step on my grass.
Still looking ugly here, but solid. Odds of going higher are dropping. The next spot I have odds are is the for downside. I mean, is 6,900. The percentage chance is only 25%, and 7,002. But they are. That's not the same point distance, you know.
Okay,
6,900. 6,900 has a lot more options exposure.
Pepsi about to crack lows.
Bigger time frame into tomorrow, I don't really see this stopping necessarily. Next ties I have on NQ are 121. That's like 830s on NDX.
I have a mailbox outside.
Didn't get tapped into.
We have this stupid, all the mailboxes are at like the front of the neighborhood.
Boris, that's funny. I'm gonna be typing up a story.
I hope you realize half of your listeners are probably delivery drivers. I was a delivery driver. I never walked on nobody's fucking grass. You know, saying.
Dude, I have a whole flower bed.
I also
with
always
mulch
return
out
my
there and
shopping
plants,
cart,
and
so-
she literally just walked through the grass, went through the mulch where my flower bed is, and walked up to the front door, and then turned around and did that shit back to the road.
The mulch is crazy.
Yeah, you fucking stupid. Who does that?
The mulch is nuts.
I love it.
God.
I'm gonna be such a dad one day. Get off my grass.
Right. All right. I'm gonna take a few of these spies at 270. They were at
Max.
250. I'll add into the close, but
Bro, if you can't return the shopping cart, that tells me a lot about your character, you know?
no, it was some lady in a minivan delivering packages, probably Amazon Prime or something. Bunch of jack wagons. Yes, I know I'm chasing the spies. I saw them at 250. I wanted to wait a little bit longer, but my FOMO's kicking in, so I got my foot in the door. I can add more into the close, perfectly fine, but I'm 100% swinging these puts, most likely, no matter what.
I always say if God didn't want us walking on grass, he would have put it on the wall, not the ground. Facts. Well, walk on your own grass. Or public grass. Not Casey's grass. Don't walk on his grass, man.
Brent working with horses today, bro. That's sick.
Boy, I own this grass.
Nah, I'll tell you right now.
It's only for grounding my feet only.
We cracked 690. We cracked 690 out before market close. I'll cover some. It's the only way. We cracked 690. I will cover some of the puts for a little bit of profit. It's the only way.
Heard. Like 30 minutes till close.
Plenty of time to crush this thing.
Let's go, Brant. Working on horses and listening to the crew. Let's go.
Let's go.
Love it. Oh, they're cooking it. Can NQ making me go?
Market said 690. Bet. I mean, if those contracts push 300, I mean, go ahead. Freaking Henry's probably about to be up 75% right now on those 692s. Those are in the money. His Delta's going berserk.
I feel like M's trying to long this right now.
I mean, for Q's hasn't broken down underneath the spot yet. It's still sitting there.
It is.
Right in the freaking zone. SPY is the only one that's cracking. Uh-oh. I hear a baby crying. We don't have time for that.
Arnar.
Not the baby. Son, contracts are pushing 292. They gonna make me trim. Oh, I missed it by 2 pennies. I gotta move it. 690 right there. No way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
No way, Tider.
They gonna make me do it. They gonna make me do it. Where's SPX? Oh, they gonna make me trim. Rivian decided to moon. Hell yeah.
Good.
Look, SPY hit 690. Q's going to back test previous day high. That's how crazy the divergence is right now. For SPY breaking new lows and going to 690, Q's pullback would only retest previous day high.
Yeah, it's wild.
Q's is so much stronger.
Yeah, M's long. I think M's long.
Oh, this is right at POC.
Found spot on NQ, he said.
Oh, I might have to indulge.
30 minutes left. Gotta hit the 30-minute mark.
You must have
I
Q's
get
is
it
still
at
holding it.
15 seconds.
I get it at 56. It could run away. Take it back in. And build at. I'm just risking below quick.
Oh, VIX is mooning. Oh yeah. Bring it down, Sally.
Cooking it.
Yeah, bring it down, Sally.
There's
Just
stopped out. Stress.
cents away. Cents away. You gonna make me trim $3 away on the premiums, 10 cents away on the chart. Let's see. Oh. 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 299.
Yeah, breaking through POC there any long would be invalidated.
Bye bye.
All right, I got to fill. Bing bong. Ooh.
Look at that.
Bro just broke the snap.
Damn, shawty, get down. Good lord.
Damn.
Damn. Damn. Damn. Wow. Look at that. He said, when you use what Casey teaches you, oh, look at that. 693 puts. How long you been in those? Holy shit.
Let's go.
You're freaking cooking, dude. Look, Q's, I said back to his previous day high. It's a few cents away now. SPY just 76.90. All right. Contracts from 250 to 304. I chased it at 270. A little light trim here. Unless it goes all the way back above 691.5 before close, I'm going to swing these puppies. If we keep selling, I'll take another trim a little bit lower, getting closer to previous week high, but
Neither Amcor nor my contract have moved. It's been like an hour and a half.
draw lines, put emojis on your chart, execute the trade, and it just works. You don't need to do anything else. Make that now 16 for 16 trades on options in 2026.
Heat map's pretty freaking red. Green sectors are healthcare. Only thing in communication services is Google.
Apple finally doing it. 260.
Semis. Some semis.
Yeah.
Tech.
Last SPX put from $80 to $730. Holy shit. My man. Let's go. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. These are the trades in the days. Oh, my Lanta. Okay. I took another one off my stops at entry. This trade does not go red no matter what. There we go, baby. SPX, let's go. 52%. What a move. Let's go, guys. Let's go. $315 on the premiums. Trim and stop in. There you go. This is what we do. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. La da 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 da. This is how we do it. You have 6950s from SPX, 240 to 560. Now they're at 11. It's all good. It's all good. Still great money. Amazing trades. We are on fire. SPX 250 to 1400. Absolutely insane. Oh, you sold them at 11. Now they're at $2,900 a contract. Okay, I feel for you now. My bad. But still. I mean, $250 on the contracts to take them to 1100. That's fucking incredible. I mean, shoulda, coulda, woulda, three best traders. I mean, you want to make as much money as you can. It continues to go afterwards, but just as long as you follow your management, your rules, whatever it is, that's all that matters. It's a great trade, great profits. Doesn't matter if you make $50, $500. Doesn't matter. Just follow it. Follow the plan. There's your Qs, previous day high, break, and we're hitting the midpoint of the order block. SPY just shy of previous week high, getting into this area here. We probably just hit the high from Monday session. So this zone right here, watch, can get bouncy. There. Great target downside. Those contracts, 320. So from my entry here live on the stream, you're up $50 per contract gain. I know some people took them at $250. You're up $70 per contract gain. Absolutely incredible. Great freaking job.
Bro, I haven't seen some like emojis in the chat in a minute. Like any of our wolf emojis. Some W's. Casey's out here dropping bangers.
Look at that wick down. Look at that wick down. Watch the next candle go green. Watch. See how quick it flashed? Look. They're trying. That next candle open, if you looked at it closely, it went red, wicked straight back up, and flipped green. those buyers ate it up very fast. DNR, do not resuscitate. SPY had one right there. When it lost that spot, nah, DNR was in place. There's no coming back. The only person I could have saved that right there, could have saved that spot on SPY from dropping, was Jesus. The only person I could have done it. But he banked on the call credit spreads earlier and then took the rest of the session off. So he wasn't here for it. Let's go.
Oh god, coding and trading. Don't know.
Same.
Gotta beat
So-
MOC in 8 minutes.
So
Oh, it's finally nice out. The rain's
it's
gone.
it's beautiful outside right now here.
Bro, it's been raining for 2 weeks straight in California.
Really?
Straight every day. I no sun.
No
Ah.
sun.
Dude, I need sun right now too. Like every day.
So for my SPY trade, we're halfway there with this move down for what I wanted to see. So from previous month high to previous week high, that's part one. Part two, come down. I want to see previous day low break, and I want to get this move down to 686.71. So we just did half of the move very quickly for what I wanted to see, and then I want to see this low and this pre-market low kind of get swept out, and I want to retest this zone right there. That's where I'm going to exit my trade completely. I'll be out right there. So we just did half of that in less than 30 minutes, about 30 minutes.
DNR. Everything reminds me of BMNR. Yeah. Tell Evan that. He sold the bottom.
Speaking of Evan, Hoodie, Robinhood, I think is a long when it fills the gap at 115.
Robin Hoodie. Where we at?
No, but I think she'll be.
Just swept previous month lows.
Or no.
My thesis still stands, as I said at the beginning of the week. We're really seeing it with the price action this week, but still think this market's chugging towards all-time highs on the bigger time frame. I mean, SPY's already there, of course, but in Q and DX not quite there. We just don't have any higher time frame spots to really flip us around up here.
Q bounced right at an algo level at 817. I wish I was looking at that chart.
Morning, gang. Good morning, good evening. Archery Hawaii. Ed's been Archery Hawaii. That's why saying good morning, because you're in Hawaii. Market opens early for you, 4:30 in the morning. Or like, isn't it even earlier part of the year? I don't know. It's gnarly.
I have a friend in Australia. Like, that's just.
So you trade at like 1 a.m.?
She just calls me at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. She'll call me like when she's getting ready to go to work, and I'm like, "Can you leave me alone so I can go to bed,
Bro?"
I'm like, "What time is you there?" She's like, "Whatever time." I'm like, "Oh, you could be scalping the Nasdaq. All right, like you gotta lock in. You gotta lock in." Good job. All right, that's a slur to us.
Yeah, you gotta, like, when you write that word, you have to
That
blot
word.
out part of it. You know what I mean? Like it's a cuss word.
That word.
3:30 the market opens. Oh shit, that's gnarly. I mean, I'm on the West Coast, but it's still a little bit better.
Dude, I feel like EU time, low key, might be the best time.
So it's really good only if you still wake up early, though, in my opinion, because or if you just trade in the morning and like don't do a live stream or anything we do, because if you do like what we do, it's like, okay, you sleep in, market opens at 9:30, 10:30 in Puerto Rico right now. It's like by the time you're done, though, it's nighttime. You're eating dinner and going to sleep. And that's also hard for me. That's where like West Coast is nice because I can do all my stuff after the market closes. But if I lived on the East Coast, especially Puerto Rico, like 10:30 market time right now, I'd just be still waking up early, but going to the gym and like doing stuff beforehand.
That is a good point.
But I just like it does suck that your whole day, like, I'm already a vampire, but at least I get to see like sunlight throughout the day after trading. I would literally be a vampire, bro. I wouldn't see sunlight ever.
Dude, I got up for the Wolf EU show on Tuesday. I will be on it tomorrow as well. Hope you guys check and stop by. Dude, I woke up, walked to my desk. There just wasn't even sunlight coming through my blinds. There was just nothing, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, am I still asleep?
Dark.
I was just total shadow zone.
Dude. Every morning I wake up, it's dark. I don't wake up to sunlight.
Dude, desolate.
MOC in 45 seconds.
Market opens up at 6:30 a.m. here, Vancouver. I know that.
All right, if you're watching the live stream, if you took any short position there on Spire SPX, go show some love. Just put a post on X. Also tag the Wolf Trading profile as well for these the SPY puts there. Again, saw them at 250. I didn't get the entry in there, and then once I saw the breakdown, bounce, retest, end up getting that entry at 270. Just hit 325 on there. Sold half, looking to swing the other half. So beautiful move execution here for this move down. This was extra cash on the day, done live in front of everybody. Best stream that there is right now for trading, I'll tell you that, is right here.
Sir. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing.
All right, here's your MOC.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
Look it, there it goes, bouncing right off the support zone. M says 416 million. S&P 335 million on the Nasdaq. So very small on both sides.
Yeah, buy side.
Up there it is from Financial Juice. I see 312 million on S&P and 322 on Nasdaq buy side on both. So very small, nothing crazy. Pepsi new lows, just broke underneath 137. These are going to go 100%. Midpoint of the order block and volume point of control, right there on Qs, lined up with the zone right here on Spoozy Woozies for the support bounce. I believe IWM hit an equal low. SPX, where we had that target on the chart, 69.20, for that full extension downside. IWM just kind of holding the same intraday area here that it was holding prior. Nothing significant. So Qs is going to close as of right now at previous day high. So again, no new high of day, no new low of day. It is closing right here underneath equilibrium and right at previous day high. 100% expected that. SPY, on the other hand, significantly weaker and hit previous week high and is closing at the Monday, January 5th as of right now, holding that area just underneath 690. So Tessie taking a little bit of a dive into the close. Look, came back, same spot where that evening star was in volume point of control. All those same upper wicks. Again, can't get over it. Nvidia, nothing. Amazon, full move down, hit volume point of control from the high. Absolutely beautiful. Did Microsoft continue? It did. Microsoft back in the freaking volume shelf right there. Perfect.
And said Apple.
Google gave the movement flat. M said Apple.
Yeah,
Finally going down. Almost at 260, baby. Almost there. Oh my goodness. What an insane move. Meta, nothing crazy into the close. Kind of looks like a head and shoulders.
It's popping in at the close. What's up, Will? Oh, he might have lagged. There he is.
There I am. I'm back.
What's up, Will?
What's up? We're closing up the market.
Yeah, stepped away for a bit, but
no, you're good.
Look at that. Was news? I didn't see the news.
I don't think there was news for the SPY move. I traded the short right here on the live stream for the downside just based off technicals, but I didn't see a headline that caused it personally. Not that I saw.
I just think you're, like I said, that area, that top trend line, it looked like rejected. I was telling Amp earlier, I said I think we closed below that 52 level. There's like a rejection off that daily trend line that I posted this morning. So obviously we moved quite a bit lower this really most recently. But I was just looking at Caterpillar. They just crushed Caterpillar, down 4% now. Pull that up.
Oh gosh. Let's go. Let me see. Oh, come on. Yeah. How's this weekly looking now? Oh, disgusting.
That might be in play for a longer term short if we get some continuation.
So I missed the short here. Now they're doing it again right now. So just did full gap fill, back testing. Yeah, I mean, if this spot right here where it gives, that can be a good swing short.
Yeah, keep that on the radar for sure. Yeah, maybe that there you go, break of that trend line or something like that. Then things should get a little spicier.
Yeah, come back down to the mid 580s, but underneath that, yeah, you'll see 570 breaks trend line. Yeah, that is bye.
Emp said, "Leave my cat alone, you jerks."
Oh, can we get another new low before? Hey, technically, hey, for those that don't know, for SPY, for these puts, you can continue to trade them 15 minutes after market close. So if you do see continuation downside here on SPY until 4:15, premiums right now, they're sitting at 320 again. If it breaks that low and continues after hours for 15 minutes, you can still manage the position and close out. You don't have to swing. You can also start taking in profits and trim out more. You can do the whole 9 yards for the next 15 minutes after close. Remember that. Same thing for Qs.
Yeah, I ended up, once we broke in the NASDAQ, we started to fade like from like 69.60. I took a short in the micros and Qs.
Dude,
I'm still in that.
My call credit spread.
Stopped out. You held it? Good for you.
No, I mean, yeah. So it went minus 300%. My stop loss on it was 69.70, and SPX topped out at 69.65. It came $5 from my stop.
Yeah.
Based on the chart. And the internals this morning that we talked about, everything was still weak and moving downside, even on that move up. So it sucked to be in that trade and see that explosive move on SPY and Qs going into lunchtime, and then getting screwed over on the call side. And I was like, based on the chart and everything that's telling me, I'm still good to stay in this trade. It hasn't been invalidated. Percentage wise, yeah, I should not be down minus 300% be in this trade, but this
is a very good example. Like when we're talking about market internals this morning, and I posted some of those charts, and you were talking about devol and stuff like that. When you see stuff like that, this move that we had higher, I wasn't as concerned because I said unless the breadth starts to improve a little bit, my guess is this gets faded because the internals are just too weak to support a huge rally unless they turn around and start to go positive. And when you have sectors that are mixed, when you got 7 out of the 11 sectors of the S&P are negative, it makes it difficult to just have a big bolt-on rally. It just doesn't make sense to me. So that's why I was thinking, I actually sold, when we got up towards like that 65 area, I actually sold a little bit more up there. Credit spreads, I sold the 75s, 25 wide. And then I actually bought some put spreads. I did that in the Vanquish demo account to try to clear that, and it actually worked out. It was a pretty good day overall. I sold put spread. I kind of did it all over. I sold puts at the lows when we rallied. Then I sold more call spreads at the top. I had an iron condor, and then I actually bought the I took some profits early on the put spreads, but it worked out to all be profitable. So, but the internals are a big piece of that. That I really think everybody listening, like when we're talking about that, this is one thing. You look at the NASDAQ that continued to rally, but there just wasn't a lot of strength around it. So that's why this move in the afternoon doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, that was the only thing that really kept me from, I was sweating a little bit staying in the trade, but that was the one thing that was kind of keeping me sane and emotional from it. I was like, every other technical that I would still use every single day on this trade is still telling me my trade is valid, regardless how much percentage I'm down on these 0 DTEs for the credit spread, regardless of all that. Everything else is telling me I'm still good, but I'm not going to let them go in the money, obviously. And luckily they did not, and then we caught the move downside. So it was a good day. It was a really good day.
Since when we were chilling up there and we had I was talking about those odds, we had a break in 7,000 were high. Let's move down now. Odds dropping down to 30. Pretty much, I got nothing here.
Guys covering APLD earnings? Nah, probably not.
So hey, pull up the NDX real quick on the daily and go back to that triangle pattern that's been on the daily. If you draw that trend line from the top, now it looks like we rejected it. So that's what I said this morning. I think I posted that in the chat on Spaces, that we need to close that candle above that trend line. So I don't know if we did or
it looks like it did.
And back tested it.
Yeah, let me see. Right QQQ, I have the same thing. So I have it over on a different chart over here. But QQQ, I do have us breaking above it. I'm not sure if I drew it over here. But if you do take the high
That's on the daily, or is that a 4 hour? I can't
That's
see
a
it.
4 hour, but if we go to the daily right there, I mean, it's gonna line up about the same. But we closed over.
So look at the
Was this-
body of the candle.
Oh no, there we go. Nope. So yeah. So on the daily chart, we wicked above it. We failed. We actually entered into the supply from here back in December, right up there. I guarantee you that, look, right into it, rejected it, and came straight back down and closed underneath of it on the Qs. Yep.
That is disgusting.
Yeah, that's what I said that this morning. I said we need to close that candle needs to close above that trend line, because then it's almost a look above to that that liquidity area, and then fail, and then you get pushed back below it. So it's a false breakout. Now the question is, what do we do tomorrow? If we turn around and go back and close above it, then it's a valid breakout. But if it doesn't, and we stay inside and below that trend line, then you got to look to go back probably to the midpoint, back towards the moving averages.
KC, someone's asking you what the charts are for the internals. I'm not asking you, but you always talk about it.
So there's 4 things that I look at, and here, can I share it real quick?
Yeah.
Here, I have so many. It's this one right here.
Share.
And it
Got
should be
Trevor
that one.
popping in. What's up, Trevor?
What's up, Trevor?
What up?
Sorry about that. I was on mute. What's up, guys?
No worries. You're good.
All right,
Doing good. Doing good.
There we go.
Nice.
Oh, is this this is the tick and everything, huh?
Yeah. So this is what I look at when I say mainly for the internals and what I look at. So over here on the side, this is going to be your tick. So the 0 line, your minus 800 to 1,000, your plus 800 to 1,000. This is what I look at. This is your VIX right here. So here's that spike in VIX that I was talking about. And it's the reason why whenever the short started to work out on SPY, I was like, your VIX is spiking right now. And then we stalled a little bit. I took my entry a little bit later, and then we got the flush down. So I like using that for, a little confluence. These are the 2 main things that I look at. This over here is Vol D. This is Vol DQ. And this is from the start of this morning right here. We're above the 0 line. That's the bottom chart here. We're above the 0 line, which means it opened up positive, right? Here, we're above, and that's for the NASDAQ. If you look at Vol D, it opened below the 0 line. Look what Vol D was doing all day. And this is for the NYSE, right? Look what it was doing all day. Doing nothing but downtrending, and then a huge fail. And you see crazy moves in the last 20 minutes. But downtrending all day. Seeing this right here on Vol D, and you see SPY starting to move higher, something's not lining up right. And it makes me hesitant for long. And that's all I talked about this morning. I said I'm looking for shorts all morning. I'm not looking for longs. I do not trust it. And then the entire morning for Qs, as it was holding and trying to pop up, it was going sideways. Qs then started to get a little move higher. It came back down. And then here's all this craziness going into the close. So again, QQQ was a lot stronger today. If you go look at the 5-minute chart, right? Qs is not even, it closed at previous day high. It's still way up here, right? SPY, on the other hand, we are way down here. So that makes sense. Vol D never crossed under the 0 line, was positive all day. So Qs relatively should have been stronger, which it was. SPY, again, all morning, even on this entire move up. Over here, you can't see the chart. I'm looking at something else. But on the move up on SPY, your Vol D was still selling. So these are the internals that I look at. If I see Vol D under the 0 line and moving lower like this, I'm not really interested in going long SPY or in the market. And if you're looking at the tick as well, again, you look for plus and minus, 800 to 1,000. This morning will be here. We opened up above the 0 line, and we actually started to close underneath of it at 10 a.m. And we kind of chopped around it for a little bit. We never went overextended to the upside, even when SPY was pushing higher. And then we came back down and we chopped around it. There was a lot of things that were still not showing. There's a lot of bullishness, honestly, going on in SPY. So this is what I mean when it comes to internals. These are the 4 things that I'm looking at. It's Vol D, Vol DQ, your tick, and your VIX.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's good stuff, Casey. I'm gonna clip that up and turn that into a whole clip right there. That was great. That was perfect.
Yeah. Also,
Shout
It's just
out.
it's really important to know, and like it's just such a good thing to have on your charts if you're looking at these internals, because what it does is it gives you a really good pulse of what's going on under the hood, along with the sectors, because those are the things that are going to drive the S&P. And like we were saying this morning, I said it's going to be really hard for the S&P to continue to rally if we don't get the other sectors participating. So you usually see, especially when you have a negative advanced decline line, and then you also start looking at the sectors and say, then you take UVol, DVol, and tick and say, all right, let me try to build a roadmap for the day on where we are and what we're doing. And as you see, like we said, as we continue to rally, it's on weak breath. And the internals under the hood, you had actually a lot of selling pressure in there that you really didn't see, because if you just looked at the NQ futures, they just kept going to the upside. So, but there was actually selling pressure, and then it shows up late in the day. And people that were shocked, I guarantee you there was people that were surprised with this move in the afternoon. Well, you shouldn't be if you're looking at the internals, because they had been weak all day.
Yeah, agreed.
Correctamundo.
What do you think about that move we saw today, Trevor? That was wild, huh?
Yeah, no, there's been a lot of good moves. To be honest, I was looking up what DVol and UVol are, as you guys were saying that, because when I look at internals, I think I mentioned previously on one of these, I've always just been a tape trader.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I was mentioning to someone we worked with the other day that a lot of our traders don't like to trade options during this like all-time high price discovery or all-time high.
For good reason.
Yeah. But because a lot of the internals, like in price discovery, you don't exactly have a reference point of the next move or some form of support or resistance that you can map out. But yeah, no, to be honest, I just think it's been boring with the market up here. Like, I feel like every day I look at vol and it's just slowly bleeding out, and it's just slow grind up, and up, which is great if you're just holding long. But like when I would day trade very, very frequently, I would always look for higher VIX moves for the most part.
Agreed. It's even, Will, you talk about this all the time. It's even better when you're selling premium, huh? When you actually have that higher VIX environment, even though it can be a little scary looking, right? I don't know if Will's still here.
Yeah, it's always about, for me, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he cut out. Might be cut now, Will. So he's having trouble. But yeah. No, the high VIX environment is so much better. I think it's boring too with the market where it's at. But I mean, there's still been some good moves, especially on a day like this where you kind of get something for everybody, the longs and the shorts. But I agree. Like, you look at NQ, we're still in this range. We're not really breaking out quite yet on QQQ to the all-time high, even though I do think that's going to come. But I want to see this market dip a little bit more and give us some volatility back. But I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, it's like the age-old argument everyone wants to say. Like, when you just keep going to all-time highs, how much longer are you going to keep going to all-time highs?
We need some sort of catalyst at these next all-time highs like we did last year to get some rugs going. But, you know.
It's like they're not bearish, but they're not bearish.
Well, yeah. Exactly. I've heard a lot of people just think that since the last few years have just been so massive for the market that these next few years might be a little more muted, even if we're still going to the upside, which I could agree with. But at the same time,
we might just see more two-sided action is what I think, to your point. You know, we could just see some more two-sided tape action where it's maybe not just one way to the upside, or, you know, we're going in a 45-degree angle up and to the right. You might just get more, you could get some pullbacks that are tradable and viable. I'm not saying we don't still go up, but you're going to have a little bit more two-sided trading is what I think we'll see.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like the market is still bullish, but I'm not buying it here.
Hell no, I ain't buying nothing here.
Like I said, when you got to fix at these levels, go ahead.
No, I was just saying maybe meta feels like a month ago.
Yeah. But the VIX, the point at these levels, as I said this yesterday, when you get the VIX down in the 13s and 14s, if you want to hedge when you're going into all-time highs and protect your portfolio or protect some of your positions, now's the time is when you do it, because credit is cheap to buy protection. So if you're buying, you know, a 5% out of the money put in SPY or SPX or whatever you want to do to hedge Qs, etc., you can do that, and it's going to cost you less. And then if VIX does expand, that premium in those options is going to go up, and that's where it can help you out at if you want to hedge. The other thing is contrary to what most people think, for options trading, I like to put on the most risk when the VIX is high, because I can get far out of the money, I can collect a lot of premium, and typically the VIX doesn't stay high forever because it's mean reverting, right? So when the VIX is higher is actually when you want to be deploying more premium selling option strategies.
Agreed. You are roboting a little bit, but I could hear you still. But little robot on the mic. But you're all good, Will.
I don't know.
What's up, Trevor?
Sorry, I was gonna say, like, on these, when you were mentioning like cheap credit hedging strategies, I remember a really popular one, probably almost 10 years ago now, is everyone would set up these zero cost VIX collars, basically where you VIX with the credit on the VIX would be super cheap, so you'd be able to enter a position, and just as long as there's any form of pop in the VIX, you're able to hedge yourself out a little bit from any form of like huge downside. I haven't seen this strategy mentioned in a long time, so I still don't know if it's as good as it used to be. But I remember in low VIX environments, a lot of guys would set up these zero cost collars on VIX. And I feel like we have a lot of big news weeks coming up. And I mean, honestly, who knows where that's going to put us? The truth is, none of us know. So that is food for thought there.
Yeah, we have news like I was looking at the calendar all the way out pretty much until April. We have news every single week. And to start it off this Friday, we got NFP. So I think that'll be a decent data point. I'm curious, when we're at all-time highs like this, you mentioned that a lot of traders don't really like to trade options at the all-time highs. For the people that are, where do you see them having success? Is it more on the selling side of things, or are they just completely savvy with the market and still trading directionally?
I think right now, like in our user data, we see the most, I would say December until now, we see the most success with guys who are selling premium, things along those lines, trading credit spreads and verticals, especially like forms of 0-day spreads where they're just trying to decay the option contract as much as possible. Directional guys, because we allow people to also trade equities. They seem to have all rotated from SPY to trading a lot of the semiconductors like crazy. Like a lot of guys are trading Micron now, or other techs like Intel. We see a lot of volume on Intel right now as well. So I think when indexes are just ripping through, or in this scenario, just slow grinding through all-time highs, a lot of people are rotating what they trade. But I mean, all these space rocket stocks like Rocket Lab, ASTS, SpaceX just closed a Series E for $20 billion. That whole sector has been going absolutely nuts. So
ASTS unfortunately got slapped today, but with it getting slapped, it's like everybody's scared. I was looking at it even. I'm like, damn, down 12% today. But It's really not like, it's not looking bad in terms of structure on the chart. It's similar to
all relative.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to like silver recently, right? Silver, its first dip that it took, we were down 10% that day. People were freaking out, and I'm like, well, honestly, the percentage doesn't really matter when you've been going as parabolic as it has, and it's the first dip. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter to me as much. So I'm kind of seeing a similar thing on ASTS personally, but we'll see. I just would like to, with Rocket Lab, Rocket Lab just took out those highs yesterday.
Yeah,
those all-time highs are right there. I would love to see that happen.
I was just earlier today, I was trying to short Rocket Lab, and I just couldn't find a contract that I would have paid what the market was pricing it at. Yeah. I was looking at them and I was just like, who was paying $1 for this contract? I'm like putting bids in for 30 cents, and I'm like not even moving nothing, and it's just
Exactly.
some things are just so juiced, and so when it's like that and you're risking like 70 cents on the buy, it's you know, could always buy high and sell higher. There's momentum strategies for a reason, but it's just if it's all priced in, you know, and so it's really hard to get these instruments at a good value.
Agreed. Reminder for the audience as well. We do have Trevor here from Vanquish. So if you guys have any specific questions for Trevor, make sure you throw them in the chat. And make sure and use code Wolf. You guys can get 25% off on any of the accounts right now. I know we were running that killer sale that we had on the 60% off sale, which was fire. I appreciate you keeping that alive for a little while, Trevor. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's also it's 25% off and a free reset.
And a free reset. Let's go. Love that.
So
yeah, because most people, especially if you're just starting out on options, you're probably going to need a reset. So it's nice to have, and you can save some money. But I would say to always watch out. Make sure you guys are following all of us and following the Vanquish account, so you guys can stay up to date on any bigger deals that are happening as well. And just keep watch on the website because you guys are running deals pretty consistently. So want the chat to be able to watch out for that as well.
Yeah, we always try to keep something going, keep either pace with the market or what's going on with traders, news, etc. So,
B Music asks, what platform does Vanquish use? Do you want to talk about that, Trevor? I love the platform you guys use. It's phenomenal. I can show it off as well.
Yeah, awesome.
Real quick.
Yeah, that would be great. So we use DXTrade XT. I compare it personally. I think it's very, very similar to trading on like Thinkorswim. They're actually the company who the development team also works on Thinkorswim. NinjaTrader is for futures. You can't trade options on NinjaTrader. So we're an options prop firm. So, you know, like with what Jordan's showing here, he has his chart up. He has an options chain on one side. You can see his positions.
I can make it even bigger as well real quick.
Yes, it's very identical to how I'd compare a Thinkorswim. We've actually been rolling out a lot of features with it lately where you can do a lot more quick trading. There's a trade bar where you can buy and sell at market or buy and sell at limit for you know, any contract you have pulled up. So it's very similar to Active Trader, which a lot of people from Thinkorswim or people who come from Webull tend to like. And then as time goes on, we have more and more features we plan to continuously roll out as we collect feedback from our community.
Yeah, for sure. I would love to see percentage for my spreads. That's all I want. I know it's in trouble right now though, but that's all I want from my end. But no, honestly, the whole platform I got on, I'm always, as most traders are, like kind of skeptical to always like try out and hop on a new platform, you know. But I hopped on here and I was instantly like very smooth, and it felt like Webull and Thinkorswim kind of put together, and that was the kind of the way I thought. So for anybody that's thinking about getting on here, if you're worried about like the platform being difficult or anything, it's really not. It's pretty simple. It's straightforward. You can see the options chain that I have right here. So it's a little small. Make it a little bigger here. But these are like, you know, where we're going to sell spreads. When I'm actually selling spreads, I don't even go to the verticals personally because I want to be able to pick my specific strikes. But obviously, none of these have value. But if I was picking strikes today, you know, if I wanted to sell calls, I wouldn't have done this, let's say. But let's just say I sold 621s. I could also, if I want to make it a spread, I would go to the buy area of the put. So you can sell over here, you can buy over here, and I would just add it to create a spread down here. And now I have like, I could type in the amount or whatever, the actual limit price on the spread that I want to get, and then I can just enter the position, right? So super simple, especially when you're spread trading, because I know that's what we're mainly on the panel doing. Even though, of course, if you guys want to just trade normally, you absolutely can. But the spreads lately, especially at all-time highs with the market being a little quieter, I know it's been enticing for a lot of you guys. So that's been what most of you guys have been doing.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else on that you wanted to touch on?
I think this covers a lot of it. You know, and then if you're thinking of like trying this out, we have In our help center on our website, we have videos attached. We have, a Discord community where a lot of our community just organically makes guides and videos on how they like to set it up. So if you're thinking about joining or interested in trying it, I'd recommend just join our Discord first, come and try it, talk to the users. And I think it's the best way to sort of get yourself acclimated with, instead of just diving in and finding out after you dive in.
Agreed. Jarrett asked, you have to pay the monthly fee if you haven't passed eval after a month. How does that work?
Yeah, so if your account's active and you're trading on it, the monthly fee does continue. This is a big thing that comes up a lot with us because we offer it a little bit differently. So in the scenario you do pass, we have no activation fee and you keep 100% of your profits. So people always ask about the monthly fee in that instance, but the thing is we do it this way because if you keep 100% of your profits, the amount you would typically pay in a profit split is significantly higher than that monthly fee.
100%.
So, our average payout right now is around $5,000. The payouts tend to be higher with options because of volatility on it.
I see you guys have been posting a ton of payouts from your users as well. If you guys want to see those, just some like credibility, go on the X account. You can see them over there.
Yeah, we've had some very big ones lately as well. I want to say it was last month. We had our record largest $38,000 from one account. We have guys who are pulling 5,000, 1,000 every single day. But yeah, keeping 100% of your profits sort of, I wouldn't say hedges out the monthly subscription, but if you view it as where's the value, that is where the value is in that scenario, because that's something we frequently get asked.
Yeah, 100% profit split is huge. I mean, that's something I haven't really seen with anybody else, so I love to see that. Because I always hate when I request a payout, and it's like, okay, I'm requesting $1,200 or whatever, but it's not really $1,200 that I'm getting. It always is a little bit of a gut punch, so that's definitely cool to see. Dawes said, my only issue is a 30% consistency. It's a little vague. The market is going to give you what it's going to give you. It doesn't care what my consistency needs to be. What would you say to that? Because when I hear that, I like totally understand it, because there's definitely days where you may be in a position where you're like making a lot more, right? But I also know that most people are not really putting themselves in those positions in a good way. Most of the time, they're mostly over risking and trying to be a little bit too much of a degen, to be honest. And that's kind of what keeps you from doing that. So I'm curious on your thoughts on that as well.
Yeah, so I fully understand that, and I do agree with it, that there are days where letting your positions run are better. But the way we look at it is, if you view it as like the total longevity of your account, we're viewing it as your goal is to keep your performance account alive for, let's call it 3 months. If you're looking for very, very large intraday swings, truth is you're not going to have those very frequently, especially in a market like this. Like, there aren't days like today where you can let a runner run. You're either hitting it to the upside, you're hitting it to the downside, and then there's some chop in between. The amount of days where you just get cliffs to capture the whole thing, or on the other side, it just goes up the whole entire day and you capture a huge runner.
Yep.
Those are pretty infrequent. So,
well, my thing is like on a 50K, right? Let's say you have a 50K. The profit target's 5K, right? So
yeah,
profit target's 5K. 30% consistency is $1,500 or so on the day.
Well, ballpark. So consistency is based off of your total profits.
Yeah, because it kind of changes in your account. You can see that in your guys' account, and you can like see the exact percentage. But give or take, right? It's like, okay, 30% consistency. That's still around over $1,000 a day you can still make, and that's just that first week, that first month. As you build that account, now your consistency is even bigger as your account grows, right? So that's also my thing when I say that, is like, I mean, even with that in place, you're still making very, very good money,
Yeah, that's kind of how we view it as well. It allows you to build a base, and then since your consistency is derived from your total profits, as you grow your total profits out, you'll have a little bit more wiggle room where, let's say your consistency is now 12%. You can let a few runners run and it'll bump your consistency up to, let's call it 20. So we kind of do it just to see how are guys going to survive as we test these. So like we internally test these as a company with like trading strategies. How would they operate? Without consistency, we see a lot of what would lead to like churn and burn of accounts, where guys essentially come in, treat it like a scratch off. I'm going to buy a bunch of calls at open, buy a bunch of puts on open on the other account, and just let the wheel run. And this ties into another question someone asked. Since we do move traders to live capital, and we have everything set up to move traders to live capital, if someone is doing strategies that are sort of churn-esque is the word I like to say, which would not work in a live market, it sort of defeats the purpose of us putting them through an evaluation where we analyze, should we ever put them live? At the end of the day, the goal is to move traders live. You would be able to get payouts daily. There wouldn't be consistency in a live account because, you've made it to that point. That's the end game. But that's sort of how that all goes.
Yeah, that makes sense. B Music asks if 0DTE is okay. It is okay. I think if you're in any directional trades, you want to make sure you're obviously out of that probably in the last 10 minutes or so, if not earlier, to be honest. But of course, selling spreads, you guys have watched us do a lot of that over the past few weeks. You can let those expire if you desire, right? And didn't mean for that to rhyme there, but so we're gonna start rapping on here. But no, you could just let the spreads expire. I've been doing that a lot. Or you can kind of scalp around them. But I will say something I'm kind of noticing too, and this is why I want to switch to SPX just on the spread talk, is because I have found myself starting to scalp around a little bit more. And I do know when I move to live, doing that on QQQ is not really going to be the move. Doing it on something like SPX is going to be a lot more. It's going to save me a lot of money and fees and all that. So I need to learn some things like that. But that's what's cool. You guys allow that. I'm curious, no NDX. Is there a reason for that?
So we used to have NDX, and this question, it started coming back, so we're considering re-adding it.
It's probably a good thing I don't have it right now, but to start, because I'm still like in the beginning of selling spreads. But
that's actually the reason why we removed it. I mean, in the nicest way possible, the amount of people who were just full porting NDX was uncontrollable.
Were they just like buying naked calls and puts, or
yeah, it was naked calls, naked puts on NDX all day long.
I'm curious if we opened it back up and we kind of pushed everybody from our shows kind of into Vanquish and they started selling spreads, if we saw a different outcome. I'm curious.
I think they would do much better,
probably,
but
hopefully.
I mean much better. But we actually got rid of it because the support backlogs it would create on guys just going nuts on it, we genuinely couldn't contain it. So down the road, potentially it makes a comeback, but truth is it is such a volatile product that we had guys trading, day of expirations on it, and then they would go, why did I disable? And you get 100, 200 of those emails a day or support tickets of that a day. And that causes a lot of bottlenecks.
Yeah. Is there ever, a lot of people have been asking this in the chats when we talk about Vanquish, is there a thought in making it so we can eventually swing trade positions and maybe go farther dated out and actually put some swings on? I know Casey, one of our traders, he's always doing some killer swing trades throughout the weeks. I know a lot of people kind of want to participate there. So I'm curious if you have any thoughts on that, or any timeline maybe on when that might be coming out.
No timeline. We have, no exaggeration, been testing swing trading for over a year now. And there's really one huge issue we see with it, and it's the next day market open. So those first 15 minutes upon market open, the volatility in your P&L could be so insane that, similar to the NDX issue, we would get floods of tickets, 100, 200 people, all full ported NDX and disabled, and then causes a bottleneck. Let's say the same thing happens. Everyone's trading overnight earnings. You wake up 300 people disabled because they were all trading the same earnings because it gapped down or it gapped up, or the spread on it was super wide because that first 5-10 minutes of the market's so illiquid. That is really what's been preventing us. We do have plans to allow it. It's more of, we don't have a system in place we're comfortable in rolling out, and we don't want to roll out a system where users just flood us all day. It should be very smooth. You shouldn't have to reach out to support, or you shouldn't wake up and your accounts are blown the second market opens. So that's really the biggest thing with allowing overnight holds, swing trading. And we've sort of mentioned this to our community before. It would be very difficult to control that morning or overnight gap up, gap down, and drift.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, we see it every morning, right? The volatility is ridiculous, and I'd rather you guys not do it because things aren't working properly, rather than try and roll it out, and then everybody's like, "Oh, this doesn't work properly," right? And all this, so makes total sense. Obviously, we're excited for something like that in the future, but totally understand that it's not easy to do with the market the way it is. Maybe I almost wonder if it would have been easier like 10 years ago with the VIX where it was and volatility where it was in the market, just because the influx of retail traders over the past like 3 to 5 years has just been ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's really it's funny when I look back at the market and I like back test strategies. It hasn't really changed in terms of like candlesticks moving, but just the sheer volume and volatility that we see from each daily candlestick, has just grown so much that things are just wilder and wilder than ever. So it makes sense that things are rough in that area.
Yeah, not to cut you off, but
no, you're good.
Even in like 2014 to 2016, trading futures, like a 30-point day was like a pretty good day, and we casually have 100-point days on ES right now.
It's like if the candle I'm in doesn't do 30 points, I'm like, oh, I'm like, it's crazy.
It's so ridiculous to see the price movements now. Like, remember, ES would be at 1600 and it would climb its way to 1620, and you're like, oh, this was a great day. And now it's, if you didn't drop 100 points by lunchtime or didn't go up 100 points by lunchtime, everyone shut their computer off and went home. It's just totally nuts what we see now.
Yeah, agreed. Did you see any of this going on with Trump making his tweets? He said our military budget for the year 2027 should not be $1 trillion, but rather $1.5 trillion. He also... What else did he say? He said something else today. Where was it?
How are defensive stocks doing?
I haven't looked. I know we were looking at Lockheed Martin earlier.
Yeah.
Wrong one. So, it's bouncing back here. It got slapped initially later in the day here.
The Lockheed after hours right now, 6.6%? It's already moved.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, defense up 2.5. Yeah, Lockheed right now is ridiculous. 6-7% move after hours like that.
Yeah, he also said earlier, I don't know if you saw this, he said, I'm immediately taking steps to ban large institutional investors from buying more single-family homes, and I will be calling on Congress to codify it.
I saw
which is wild.
That one is wild, but it's also one of those like, please, I think we're all so sick of these neighborhoods.
Yes.
Just the most plopped down cookie cutter nonsense that you see.
Have you seen it's like I forget what they're called. Basically what you're explaining, but it's just like the houses that they're exactly the same throughout the whole neighborhood, just stacked next to each other. That is my biggest fear. I can't do it.
Oh my God. Yeah. It'll be neighborhood after neighborhood after neighborhood of them. And it's like the most brutal dystopia. But I mean, I hope that one goes through. I think that's something everyone should be in support of, that institutions aren't bidding us out of our houses anymore. So, you know, that would be nice. And then what was it? Wasn't Polymarket the other day? They I mean, talk about timing. I think they started some form of directional trading or betting on the underlying value of houses in like states and zip codes. So I was like, okay,
dude, how are they able to get away with this? Gosh, it's crazy. Like the prediction markets is just it's so interesting.
I don't understand how they source the data for all of it. That's my biggest confusion. Like, what is this origin source outside of like binary ones where it's like, did someone say something or did an event happen? Outside of like binary events, like I just don't understand how what is their origin source of data, or like what is their price oracle? Because that's such a big thing you see in a lot of these like Forex brokerages, and that's why it's not allowed in America. It's because they all use like CFD price oracles, which are, you know, no one really knows how that data is working in the back end besides whoever's running the data. Not by no means am I saying I think Polymarket's doing anything wrong here, by the way, but more so curious, you know, when you trade an options contract, you know, it's going through SIBO or Oprah or whatever it is, you know, who is the prediction market data vendor of this whole massive, where on earth is it going right now?
Yeah, it's interesting. But, our boys, some of the Wolf boys, were out in Vegas for the Nvidia keynote speech, Jensen's keynote speech this week. And Gav got to ask him a question. And he basically, long story short, asked him, you know, 15 years ago, there were, you know, things today that we have that, you know, we just thought were completely impossible. And he's like, what do we think right now is completely impossible that you think in 15 years is, you know, going to be the normal? And Jensen literally was like, oh, well, like if I told you that, you wouldn't come back here. You know, straight up, like it was like basically I ain't giving you nothing, no secrets. And he was like, damn, all right. Like Gav was just like, all right. So that was interesting. You got to ask the question though, which was cool. But it's funny. Cool. He said you can either just ponder on it or you can come work at Nvidia, and that's the only way to really know. So
yeah, that industry's going. All the hardware is so ridiculous. It's actually funny. I think it was like a year and a half ago, I accidentally ordered extra sticks of DDR5.
Oh gosh.
That I've had in my drawer.
Yeah.
And like 2 weeks ago, I saw the news headline where it's like these DDR5 sticks are now like $1,000 each. And I was like, oh my God, I have 6 of them on my desk.
Bro, you scalped that premium, bro.
I was like, what store do I go to turn these in? But I mean, it's the same thing. I think they moved the GPU prices. Nvidia overnight was like, yeah, we're 2xing the price on them.
Yeah, wild. There was some news earlier today, like 5 hours ago. New rumor from the information. The Chinese government this week reportedly asked some tech companies to temporarily halt plans to buy the Nvidia H200 AI chips. We saw the market like briefly take a dip on that, and then we kept ripping, and then of course we rolled over the rest of the day after all that. It was a wild day today. It was so kind of like unorthodox on how we usually move. You know, I'm sure you very much know just from working, you know, at Vanquish, of course, and being a trader yourself in the past years, that the market very much has like, you know, the morning session, the lunch session, that evening session, and it's usually very much like broken up into, okay, like we get a significant move, choppiness, maybe back half of the day move, and I very much operate in that way every day. And then you see a day like this where it's like, well, I'm just gonna rip all day and not really turn around at the normal times that you would think. You know, it's either like, okay, we get a 10 o'clock reversal type of thing, or it's like, no, we're gonna rip all day and we'll reverse like maybe towards the end of the day. But even today, it was just different than what I'm used to, and that's all. It's funny, I always have trouble at the beginning of the year, so I'm trying to lean more into just selling spreads, which is great. I'm doing that on Vanquish, of course, and just try and save myself some money on the futures, because I always start out the New Year's just in a bad notch. I don't know what it is.
This first, we're in Jan 7, like this first week of the new year has been pretty awful for price action. If you're looking for any like substantial move, yeah, it's just
like it's funny. Like there's definitely been some big moves in the market, but it's funny. Like when I look for my strategy and the way I look at things, the cleanliness and like the conviction I have for the market, even though we're moving, I don't have it. You know what I mean? I don't have that conviction with what we're doing and where the market's going, unfortunately, even though we're having like some decent moves if you're trading futures. So it's just tough. But on the option side, I mean, I'm glad I'm not really touching anything except for selling them.
Yeah. It's like, even like I have like the SPX chart up right now. It's just,
yeah.
If your thing is just super, super small intraday moves, you know, this could be your dream, but it's like what we were saying earlier, like getting those big 30-point candles, finding one of those, and then riding a trend for a little bit, calling it a day is sort of what I've always enjoyed to trade.
That's the thing too, because I mean, of course, no matter what the volatility is doing, whether I'm trading options or futures, you know, if volatility is higher, I'm probably sizing lower, and if volatility is lower, I'm definitely sizing higher. Right? I got to make more with the lower point values. But with that said, it's like I always hate those lower VIX environments because, yeah, okay, VIX is at 12. You're definitely gonna have to size heavier, but you still might have a time throughout the morning when some news comes out and that shit just spikes randomly, and now you're 2x, 3x heavier in a position than you would normally be because of the environment. Of course, you're doing what you should, but at the same time, it's like you get that spike on news and it just screws you. I very much like an environment where I'm forced to trade like way less contracts, maybe even less than 5. You know, I'm totally fine with that. Not a big deal as long as I'm able to make over 100 points on that trade or something like that, right? So I very much prefer that environment because, okay, you know, I know the environment's high no matter what. I'm not going to go in with this heavy amount of size, but regardless, I can still yield a great return from the market, you know, without having a ton of size in there. So I'm curious real quick. I know we're kind of getting into the end of things here and we can wrap up. I want to be respectful of your time, but I'm curious on if you have any data on like, is there a percentage of people that are selling options only, or like maybe do that more? Can you guys see that? Or or is there, do majority of people come in and try and trade directionally? I'm curious because I feel like we're trying to push so many people towards the selling side of things, even though you guys can do what you want, of course, you know, but I just feel like it's so beneficial.
I have like we have like weekly reports on it that I was actually just looking at. So
that was super cool. Yeah, I'd love to see that.
I want to say, because so it's actually funny. Most people in our advanced plans aren't selling premium right now. A lot of them are just trading long calls, long puts. They just like the end of day drawdown in the advanced plans.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let me pull it up here. I want to say it's around 20 to 30% of our total user base is trading multi-leg option spreads.
Okay.
I was trying to find it in my reports.
Yeah, so there's a good chunk. Reminder for everybody in the audience, those you can, of course, you don't have to get the advanced options account, but if you want an end of day drawdown, which is probably what you're most used to with trading futures majority of the time, that's what you're going to want is the advanced options account. And if you want to sell spreads, of course, you're going to want that. But you can just go with the normal account if you want to just trade naked calls and puts. That's totally fine. It's just you're going to deal with that trailing drawdown. Intraday.
Which the trailing drawdowns definitely more difficult. I mean, we have guys who are like cult followers of the basic account because they like how fast it is, but I find the trailing to be very difficult. But there are people who like it.
Yeah.
So I've got it here. It's about 25% of our traders are doing multi-leg spreads.
Okay.
Or like selling premium spreads. And this is across all plans. So like total options orders as a whole, about 25 to 30% is trading multi-leg positions. Most people on the advanced plans, they just like the end of day drawdown. They still trade it long, short, or long calls, long puts, however you want to refer to it as. And they just prefer the drawdown flexibility. But we've slowly, I would say since like October, the shift towards, you know, guys just trading verticals, credit spreads, etc., has grown a pretty good amount. When we first released the advanced options plan, we really didn't see much of it at all. We had huge demand to release it. We're like, okay, everyone wants the advanced options plan. Everyone's going to be trading credit spreads, etc. At first, we did not see huge demand, even though
everybody wanted it. Because everybody's like, oh shit, it's out. Now I'm like scared. I gotta actually buy it now, you know?
So it took probably 3 to 4 months until everyone really started transitioning over to trading. We mainly just see verticals and credit spreads for the most part. I'd probably say substantially verticals and credit spreads. And then, from there, everyone else, honestly, I'd probably say 90% of our user base is just trading SPX, SPXW, Tesla, and they're just trading long calls, long puts for the most part. And then this past week, we see a ton of volume, Intel, Micron, that tech sector.
Yeah, we got earnings season about to start up again as well. So I imagine you guys are going to see a whole lot of trading going on around earnings season.
Yes, we'll see.
It's gonna be fun. I always enjoy that, and especially first one of 2026. It's gonna be good. We got the airlines, I think, next week starting to kick us off, or some of them with the banks and everything, and then we'll have Netflix and Tesla really starting to, get into some of the Mag 7 names and like our bigger individual names that we look at more frequently. So it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I'm gonna be doing a lot of spread trading, that's for sure. So. Yeah. Well, Trevor, I appreciate you coming on as always. If you have anything else that you want to make sure you get in front of the audience, feel free. But I think we can get wrapping up here soon.
Yeah, I think that's all on my end, unless anyone has any questions. Otherwise, thank you for having me as always.
Yeah, always a pleasure. Shout out to the crew as well, hanging out with us. I know market's been closed for a while now, but we always love staying live, and we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Make sure you drop a W in the chat, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow on Spaces, and then we'll be on stream back half of the day as usual. So we'll see everybody then. Make sure you're subscribed. Trevor, appreciate you. Make sure you guys follow that Vanquish account on X. There's a lot of great posts coming out on there. And, of course, always use code WOLF at Vanquish. So appreciate everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, Trevor.
Peace, guys.